But for a split second there,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm suspicious of everybody.
Yeah.
I always jump to conclusions.
Well, it's like I tease her. She spends more time showing affection to the animals sometimes than she does to me.
Oh,
That makes her mad. That makes her mad when I tease her.
Can you move this over that way or something? Yes, you can. Thank you. That's enough. Thank you. I'm moving my hands up. That's enough, I said. Thank you.
Last night, I made up this called a farmer's casserole. Easy to make, just time consuming because you got to let it sit in your refrigerator overnight.
Okay.
You know, they want you to leave it in your fridge for at least 8 hours, if not 24.
Oh, let's see. What is it? Yes, now go play. Go. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. But anyway, as usual, we had leftovers.
Yeah.
So I put it into the Tupperware containers for her and left them sitting on the counter so they could cool down before putting them in the fridge.
Right.
You know, putting the lids on, put them in the fridge.
Yeah.
I get up this morning. When I finally do get up this morning, I shut off my alarm and I shut off my 4 o'clock alarm, and I slept until 6:40.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I've been there.
And I come out and she goes, honey, I go, yeah. She goes, you know that casserole that we were going to eat tomorrow night for dinner? I go, yeah.
Oh, no.
You know, which was last night's leftover. She goes, I threw it away this morning. What?
It'd been on the counter all night.
I forgot to put it in the refrigerator before going to bed last night.
I was going to say, if it was only out until morning, it might still be good, but
it had a bunch of egg in it.
Oh, no. Okay, never mind.
It had egg and half in it. Or egg and evaporated milk, rather. So, yeah, no, I'm not eating egg that's been left sitting out all night. So, if it had been, you know, a meat dish or something like that, that's a different story. But
hell, even veg, but you know, you got eggs and milk, so no.
Yeah, but when because it's real, I tell you, ramen, this is a real simple meal to make. All right.
Oh yeah, we've all made casseroles. Yeah.
What you do is you take about a half a bag of hash browns. Mm-hmm. Put that in the bottom of your casserole dish. Mm-hmm. About a half a bag of Colby Jack cheese.
Oh, you're making a breakfast casserole.
Layer this on top of it.
Okay.
The meat of your choice. I used ham slices.
Okay.
All right. Layer that in there. Then pour 4 eggs and a can of evaporated milk. Pour that across the top of it and put it in the refrigerator and let it set for at least 8 hours.
Okay.
Then pull it out a half hour before you want to start baking it. 350 degree oven for anywhere between an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how long it takes for the center to cook.
Okay.
And when your fork or knife comes out clean out of the center, it's ready to serve up and eat.
And what temperature did you say?
350.
Yeah. I can't get mine to go that high.
If you want, I'll post that recipe if you want in the over in the Discord.
It's pretty. You could do that.
It's called a farmer's casserole.
Yeah.
And you know, we're sitting there eating it last night, and it's like, well, when serving it up, I needed some. I had a jar of chili sauce sitting in the refrigerator, and the wife used her salsa because it needed something.
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, it needed because you know anytime you have something that's eggy, then you need something else to go with it to give it something.
I'll tell you, the soft scrambled eggs when I'm sick, that's like the best freaking breakfast.
Yeah. And that's basically, I mean, that's almost what this turned out to be.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got 4 eggs and a can of evaporated milk.
See, I never saw
And,
evaporated milk in the recipes I looked at, so that's a new one for me.
yeah. And it's actually rather good. I really, and like you said, this definitely, while we're sitting there eating it, we're saying, yeah, this is definitely a breakfast. And when my sister comes down, this is something I can make up the night before, put in the refrigerator, and then get up and pop it in the oven and have it for breakfast.
Okay, when's your sister coming?
She's coming down the week of Thanksgiving.
Okay, I thought maybe she was coming earlier, but yeah, that's
No.
a good thing. Honestly, if I could get my oven to 350, that is definitely something I would make for me and the kids, definitely.
Right. Well,
But
I'm going to also try it in single serve ramekin, stone containers.
oh, not muffin pans?
No, not muffin pans. I've got several single serve containers,
Yeah.
breakfast or stone containers. Like I bought some at Winn Dixie. They had them on sale there for like $3.50.
Oh, nice. I used to have a bunch of glass ones before I broke them all in a temper tantrum.
But they're single serve anywhere between 12 to 16-ounce containers.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
good.
I'm thinking about trying that. 'Cause I like doing single serve stuff sometimes.
I get you, man. It eliminates on the after cleanup a lot more.
Well, I mean, you got more containers you got to clean, but it's great for the wife and I. It's great for portion control.
Well, I was thinking you're gonna end up putting it on a plate anyway because you guys are civilized. Shit, I forgot.
Oh no, I eat right. I eat right out of the container. No, it's single
That's
serve.
my point.
Eat right out of the container.
No plates. That's my point.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like I've got the small cast iron skillets, not the egg skillets, but the ones probably about 6 inches across.
I said yes. Go play. I'm sorry.
Between 4 to 6 inches across.
Uh-huh.
And I'll make stuff up in those all the time. And I've got bamboo placemats, little bamboo cutting boards.
Oh, okay.
Right, I'll put those down on the table and then put the hot cast iron skillet right on top of it.
Oh, fucking nice. Look at you. You got style.
Hey, Silvar, good morning. I don't know how long you've been sitting there, but
Hey, Silver, what's up?
If you can't tell, I'm still recovering from one hell of a chest cold. It laid me up in bed for 2 days.
Dude, I had the flu. It laid me up for 2 weeks, and when I finally got out of the fog, CPS was at my fucking door.
Ugh.
Yeah, I've been having a war with maintenance.
Mm-hmm. Did you see, speaking of people showing up at your door, this couple took their child to the emergency room. The child was sick.
Okay.
Right? Well, they're in the mom and dad were in the process of getting a divorce.
Oh, no.
All right. And since they were in the process of they're still living in the same house, separate bedrooms.
Right.
Okay. Well, dad's phone goes off and it's his new girlfriend.
Oh, no.
Okay. Mom sees the text message, and she starts wailing the tar out of dad.
I was going to say she's attacking him because that bitch is calling while they got a family emergency going on.
Okay. Well, she doesn't know. The woman doesn't know.
Okay, well, she didn't know that the woman didn't know either.
Right. So, anyway, there's cameras in that room, and the nursing staff sees it.
Of course.
They call the cops, and she's arrested for domestic violence in front of a child, which is an enhancement of the crime.
Yes, it is.
when you commit domestic violence in front of your children.
I'm actually glad that's labeled as a crime now because, you know, my kids still struggle with what they saw. So,
Right.
like, my son does
So,
stuff my ex used to, like punching walls and breaking holes and stuff now. So it's hard.
but the cops come in and arrest her in the hospital and
You
take her
know,
away. They don't, they don't even let her hang around to see what the doctors say about her
she's
baby.
a she's a danger to the
They
public.
cuffed her up and took her away.
Damn right they did. And
Yep.
it's baked. It's back to basic things you teach your kid as a kid. You don't hit people. You use your big people words.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if she's gonna beat him in public, she's a fucking threat. I don't care, man. Nah, they did the right thing.
I don't think it was a setup, Boger or
Mm-mm.
Silver. I don't think that was a setup. She was just texting the girlfriend was just texting her boyfriend.
How would he know it would get that kind of reaction unless she had a history of domestic violence? And if she did, even better,
Yeah,
because now it's
that's
on
true.
record.
With the entire nursing staff as witnesses seeing it on the security cameras.
And I hope they get that kid a good therapist to explain this is
That,
why mommy can't see you for a while, and it's supervised when she does.
that's just it. It's a baby. It's
Oh,
like a
okay.
2-year old.
I remember shit from 2 years old.
So
And when I told my mom, "Do you remember this and this, or was it just some thing that I imagined as a kid?" She's like, "No, but you were two." I'm like, "Okay, there we go."
I mean, the furthest back I remember is probably when I was about 5 years old, and I got attacked by a blue jay.
Oh my god, they are very territorial. So yeah, that's a thing.
Uh, I mean, this thing dive bombed me, and I mean, I'm bleeding from my
Oh
scalp.
no.
Yes. Well, what it was, one of her babies fell out of the nest,
Uh-oh, you got too close.
and I got too close.
Oh.
And
Me,
that thing just, Mama Blue Jay just did not appreciate this young shroom walking up to her baby.
oh my god. We had this cat that he was just fat. He looked like a small dog. He was so fucking big and fat. A lot of it was fur, but it really wasn't. So he got every morning, and every morning the crows would attack the fuck out of him in our yard. It got to where he couldn't even go outside anymore. And people would pass and they wouldn't really look at him, and they'd come in the house and go, "Wow, I didn't know you had a dog." And I'm like, "That's our cat, dude." And he'd have to, you know, huge. Yeah, yeah, same thing though. Birds would just go nuts and just wail on him when he would go outside. Poor baby.
And Silver asked you a question there, Ramen.
I'm sorry, I'm not tuned into the stream because okay, wait, is this it here? Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. I'm looking. Okay, there we go. Cat cough. Okay. Cough, cough, not cat. My vision's very blurry. If a guy cheats on you, find out in public. You know what? Okay, this is gonna sound really fucking weird. I have been very well. Now they call it being pragmatic. Ever since I was a teenager, whenever I date someone or whatever, I tell them like, "Listen, look, we're not getting married. If you want to go out with somebody else, just tell me. I don't fucking care. I'm not banging you. So if you have needs and want to go somewhere else to rub one out with some girl, just fucking tell me before. So at least I can tell you if you need to get screened, okay? Just it's fine." Yeah, I was like, dude, when I was with one of my boyfriends, his friends were telling him, it's like one of the guys, do not, he's the best. You're never going to get better than that. Because I was very, and it wasn't like I was all, "Oh, let's be polyamorous," whichever they do now. I was like, no, just, I don't want to find out from that bitch laughing in my face that she got you behind my back. Yeah. So and so kissed me behind the Woolworths. I'm like, yeah, I fucking know. I told him to go do it because I wasn't in the mood. So that makes her out to be the used up hoe bag. So yeah, it was great. Now, okay, so what a guy needs to worry about more is if he disrespects me or like, let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? Smacks me around. I think he'd have more to worry. And I've never ever been in a domestic violence situation with a guy until I got married. That's weird. But hey, yeah, there are a lot of things a guy needs to worry about with me. Another woman, if he's honest with me, ain't gonna be it.
Oh.
It's just sex. As long as everybody's up front with it, hey,
See, I found out years ago with my wife. All right, but especially back when I worked with the insurance company.
Okay.
And I tell you, women are strange creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I would come home from work. Well, dear, it happened again today. She goes, oh, yeah, which one? And when she meant which one, she wasn't asking me which person by name, but we had categories A, B, C, and D.
Gotcha.
A was they met me at the door wearing nothing but a bath towel.
Oh, God. Jehovah's Witnesses?
Which happened multiple times. No, these were scheduled appointments.
Oh, no.
These were scheduled appointments for me to come over and talk to them, because they wanted, it was time to renew their insurance.
Women answering the door and they're about to, gotcha.
And they would answer the door wearing nothing but their bath towel.
Maybe they thought they were getting better rates.
Okay. Another one was no bra and a see-through top. That was B. And C was they'd come over and sit real close to me and put their hands on my thigh or knee.
No, I can't do that with strangers. I'm sorry. I'm weird.
And so I'd come home. Yeah, I had another A today, or I had another B today. Because the problem is I talk in my sleep. And I would rather, tell her up front when I was awake so I could duck if necessary than have her find out when I was asleep and I didn't see whatever was coming towards my head.
Oh, my God. You know what? Somebody we both know also talks in their sleep. Ask me after the chat who it was because it's actually funny. But it's not something I want to blurt in chat. So,
but what's really funny about the whole thing,
tell me,
all right, is that when I talk in my sleep, I carry on an entire conversation that is totally legible. I mean, you can hear and understand every word I'm saying. It's the same as if I'm talking right now. It's not just muttering under your breath.
It was the weirdest shit I ever heard, and it kind of freaked me out a little because I didn't realize that person was asleep at first. I thought they were just mumbling to themselves. I'm like, do you want to kick whose ass? No, it was a whole fucking conversation.
Exactly. And she said she could understand what the conversation was doing, even though I'm just repeating my part. I'm not saying what the other person said.
It's like you're hearing one side of a phone call.
Right.
Yes. Oh my God.
Hey, Digi, morning.
Good morning, Digi.
Have we been good today? No.
I don't know about you, but I am a very good girl. Anyway.
No, I overslept by 2.5 hours this morning, so I'm not good.
Dude, after I got your message last night, I don't check Twitter like all day. I'm not a good Twitter person. I'll check it like a few times, So when I got your message from 5 a.m. onward, I set my alarm to wake me up every half hour. Because I thought you wanted specific something. So
I was just saying, be prepared to have me mute when I start going into cough mode and carry on the
Wait,
conversation.
nobody's gonna bother you. You know, you do that anyway. And if I'm
Yeah,
not warned, I can keep talking. I'll talk about anything. So, but yeah. So Shroom is diseased, and I got my net back. I didn't have it for a week, and I was really fucking literally pulling my hair out because I can't live without my internet. I'm sorry. This whole doing StreamYards on a phone is for the poors. I'm not doing that shit.
I've now I've done it like during the hurricane. I did it
Oh
because we
yeah.
had I hosted during the hurricane because it was like, okay, yeah, I don't have power to my house, but I
Well,
my
that's okay.
cell phone is still working. This is before the cell towers went down.
But this is just like a day. This was a whole fucking.
Right,
And okay, I finally admitted I might have an internet addiction, whatever. But I don't watch TV. I don't really hang out as much as I used to. I cut a lot of people out of my life, so I don't hang out as much. All I have is my music and the internet. And if I don't have internet, I can't have the music anyway. So yeah, I was losing my fucking mind because all I
you
could do was
don't
go.
have your music downloaded.
I did just get a new external drive, so I should probably do that and make my playlists out and stuff. You know what? That is a really good thing for you to tell me because it never even occurred to me. All my shit is filled up with games and movies. So,
Let's see. I just found out now that, like, I download all my audiobooks and I convert them over to MP4 format. That way, I mean, I've got them in the original format, then I've also got them converted to MP4. That
well,
way, regardless of what Amazon does, they can't mess with my books.
right.
All
Well,
right.
I had an issue because I have a lot of books on my Kindle, not audio,
Right.
and I read constantly. When we lost the internet, I couldn't get the books offline.
Right.
So it was like I had like 5 books in my fucking Kindle and I'd read them a million times and I was losing my mind.
Well, see, I've also done the same thing with my Kindle account. Is I've downloaded them all and then I've converted them to Word format.
I did kind of the opposite. I went and downloaded them in EPUB form because I already owned them, and then used my email to do send to Kindle. So now they're all there in offline mode. I got to do the rest.
Right.
I've got like 100 left to do at least.
But I just found out there's a company out there with my Voodoo account. Since Fandango bought out Voodoo, you can't download your movies anymore.
That sucks because even Netflix will. I don't know if they still let you download the movies to your phone, but they used to.
So, well, see, you can download them, but they're highly encrypted.
So
So,
you only have them for the time you rent them.
I did buy them, but if you know,
Oh wait, the ones you purchased are encrypted.
yes.
What does that mean for you? Obviously you can't do account sharing,
Well,
but
no, actually, I can do account sharing. In fact,
okay.
my wife has got the password and such, so she can watch the movies on her phone. But there's a company out there that does the same thing as another company that will download, de-encrypt your Voodoo movies, your Fandango movies,
Right.
and convert them to MP4 format. So
Oh, okay.
I think it's about $100 for the program, but
You know what?
to me it's well worth it
Oh,
because
but
that
once you
way,
own the program, you own it permanently. It's not by movie.
right.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Okay, I'd pay 100 for that if it worked. Silver,
Yeah,
the Christopher
I've had that same thing happen, Silvar. Sometimes even if it's downloaded, you can't access it if you can't get online.
Yeah, there is a
Uh, be-
program that will let you download like 5 songs at a time in a playlist. You'll just give the URL and yeah, I love that. My daughter actually was the one who discovered it.
yeah, because they what they're saying is, well, yes, you did purchase the movie or the book or whatever, but we retain the rights to it.
So what is it you can't really do if you've paid for the movie?
Well, no, what it is they can come back in and
Oh, and take it
like,
or alter it.
and yeah, it no longer fits their social agenda.
Gotcha,
Therefore,
gotcha.
they
They've already
remove it.
doing that with books and stuff. So yeah, I
Right.
hear you.
Or, like you've got the original, uh, what in the hell was that movie? Uh, Drew Barrymore, the little
Great.
alien,
No, okay. Illinois. Oh, E.T.
E.T.
Oh, they took
Right.
the guns out of the
Uh,
officer's hands and shit like
right.
that.
So you've got the original that shows the guns. Well, then they turn around and they, uh,
Switched out with
uh,
radios or just left them empty or whatever. Yeah, that's bullshit.
yeah. Then the company turns around and removes that copy from your collection and gives you the upgraded one
Altered.
that's or downgraded that's got the
Yeah,
radios and whatever.
I hear you. I get it now. Okay. Yeah, that
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah, Silver, you're right. That's what they mean by you will own nothing and be happy or else.
Yeah. But it's the same with
So,
video games now. Video games is a service. I
right.
bought the video game Evil Dead from Epic a couple of years ago. I It was really hard to find people to play with, but I love that game. Now I can't even load it. They cut support for the game and the game doesn't exist anymore. I paid $60
Really?
for that fucking game. Yeah. I was so mad.
Wow.
That was a good game. It was a little like versus Left 4 Dead, but actually no, it wasn't. It was multiplayer, but it was a really great game. It was a lot of fun and the graphics were great, and now it's gone forever. So yeah.
I've got to see if, remember with the old 7 days,
Hmm.
you could go in and change and go into the program itself and change like how many skill points you earn or how
That's
many or how many experience points you need to advance a level.
yeah, that's in the console. I'm pretty sure that's still a thing.
And I wonder if you can do that with this 1.0.
I've got a program that could probably fix it, but I think you said it wasn't working for you when you tried it last time.
So,
But you could still give yourself books for skills. I mean, if nothing else, you know.
oh, so yeah, Silvar, you're right. Owning the original Star Wars, then
Man,
all of a sudden you end up with the one where Greedo shot first instead of Hans.
that's bullshit. Because you know what was, I mean, we have Castle Doctrine here and Stand Your Ground. Why would you make the movie weaker than real life?
Really?
Some guy pulls a gun on you, can shoot him. He doesn't even threaten you. He just scares the shit out of you. You can shoot somebody threatening.
And it made sense that Hans shot first.
If there's a community alive, it doesn't matter. I have no access to the game. It's no longer in my account. So, I mean, I know that there's servers for Warcraft for people that don't want to pay $500 to play a $50 video game they bought. So, yeah, I mean, there is that. I
Well,
can go on a Warcraft server.
Blizzard took over all those servers.
All of them?
Yeah.
They weren't legal. How they managed to get in? It's well, whatever.
They
Look,
they
there's bound to
sued
be
the
somebody.
they sued the crap out of the companies out of the people who had actually owned the server that they were on. And either they bought out that server and bought out that they bought it out, or
Or they
they
shut them
made
down.
them delete, or they shut them down.
You know what? There's going to be more servers out there. They're never going to stop. So I'm okay with it.
What Blizzard did though is when they took over some of them, and they said, okay, yeah, a one-time fee to be on here, and this is what you get.
I'd be okay with it. Rather than pay a monthly subscription, I'd be okay with that.
So, and of course, you're stuck playing vanilla the whole time, or what was the first pack. I can't remember what the first
I
pack
don't
was.
remember. I got through Legion and I got real tired of them lowering my levels every time there was an update and all the other shit they were doing. Because remember, when you buy a pack, they give you a level up coin, and basically you're paying for level up coins and then they just delete your level up. I want that portion of my package, the money back.
Let's see here. Let's see.
Wow.
Okay, Burning Crusade. Because see,
Okay.
I started playing right at the end of Vanilla
Okay.
and through Burning Crusade.
I don't remember what was the release 10 years ago, but that's when I started playing because I was playing with Walt and Wolverine. And I got
Then came
Pandaria,
Lich King
got that. Yeah, and basically
and
when you get a new
then
one, mhm,
Cataclysm, then
and
Mist of Pandaria,
oh, I love that one.
Warlords Draenor. Let's see here.
I bought through fucking, what was it, Legion? I like Legion. Now they got a new one coming out where I think they're trying to claim that you could solo dungeons. It's a little sad, but I get that. I mean, people are assholes. You don't want to end up with a group of jerks just because, you have to, where you're not getting any of the loot or they'll kill you
Right.
before they leave the dungeon. It's ridiculous. Oh, that reminds me. I got to play Secret World later. Man. But yeah, I'm getting a server next month for 7 days again. And if you want to jump into it, at least I won't be like, I can't connect to you. It's not showing you playing. I don't know what's wrong. So I don't know. You don't have to join it, but if you want to, that's cool. Because I had fun when we had the server.
I think I quit playing with the Legion in
Yep, that was
2016.
me too.
I think that's the one where you're playing down in hell.
I think so. I don't really remember a lot of it because I haven't touched it since then. But I'll say this: it wasn't because of the game or the game content. I liked it. Okay, I liked the little daily quests. I liked the chef in whatever. I liked hanging out in Pornshire. My issue was that I was paying $10, $15 a month for something that didn't give me anything in return. I'm basically I'm paying to play a over level 20 character. That's fucking ridiculous. It's not. And I get where you say, oh, okay, well, the server needs upkeep and this. No, you have a pet store. People were buying those fucking pets, okay? That should have paid for the upkeep. So, no, no. That's the only game where I had to pay rent to be there and not get anything in return. Like Star Wars, when I was playing the Star Wars MMO, they gave me cartel coins and they gave me pets or something every once in a while. And there were events where I'd get really good shit. I was okay paying it. Then there was Secret World. You get a dungeon key, a lair key, and whatever every day. Awesome, great value, $12 a month. Yay. Then there was something else. This is the only game that gave me nothing for my money. I bought the fucking expansion. I bought every expansion. That should have been enough. Fuck you. I'm sorry. Oh, hey Fury. That Borderlands 2
Afternoon
problem.
Fury. I did not, Silver. I didn't know that. That Lucas did a lot of the editing to screw his ex-wife.
He didn't have to do Greedo shot first, so fuck that.
So, one thing though, one thing I have found on the internet that I absolutely been love watching here lately, and they're out. These videos are shot out of Mexico.
Hey, what you got wrong with Mexico, buddy?
I got nothing wrong with them except they're it's all done in Spanish, so I don't understand it. Now I'm going to mute it because it's all music and everything. So,
Okay.
but just watch the video itself, and you'll understand the.
I'm making this so I can see. Okay. Oh no. I know where this is going. Yeah. I knew the minute he did that. I knew it.
I've been watching these. Whenever I see a new one pop up, I've been watching them, sitting there laughing my butt off at them.
That's what you get. You try to steal somebody's bike. That's what you get.
There was one, I don't know. I mean, there's so many of these. Couldn't find a specific one where it was a woman that stole the bike,
Oh,
and evidently she wasn't wearing any panties.
that's all you need. I don't need to see that video. Yeah. What the fuck? What did he fall on? Oh, it wasn't. The wheel wasn't working.
No, there's a rope tied to the rear axle. There was a guy out in California doing this with bicycles.
Good.
There, you see that rope?
Actually, I didn't. I've got this full screen, but that's on me because my vision's not so good today.
Okay. Now you can see the rope right here down at the bottom.
Yes, but if you hadn't pointed out, I wouldn't have known what that was. Why don't people look for that shit? Like, I mean, I get it. It blends with the concrete, okay, but I don't think I'd miss a rope.
The only problem with the reason I get away with this in Mexico and such is, you can't get away with that in the States without getting sued for medical bills.
They call it an attractive nuisance or whatever it is they call it. And that's what you get.
Personally, as far as I'm concerned, this is just instant justice.
It really is. I am totally down with this. We need to do this
Yeah.
here. And just, not say who did it. That's an abandoned scooter. Good luck getting it. Oh shit, he stole something of the guys?
Yeah, it looks like he stole his cell phone.
Yeah, I was gonna say cell phone or wallet. Fucking ain't good. You steal something, you lose something. I am down with that so much.
But I mean, I just sit and I've been watching these and just laughing my butt off at them.
Honestly, I get too righteously angry to enjoy it properly, so I'm glad you're doing it for me.
Oh, I thoroughly, I mean, this is the true definition of FAFO.
Yes. Oh my, I was just thinking that. I thought you said it. Yay. I've been watching cat videos, the ones where they put like 5 cat clips together.
Right.
Yeah. And the cats are doing their own FAFO. I love it.
I think this here's another bicycle one.
I've been watching Porch Pirates too. I love the one where the guy picks up the package and it sets off a sound that sounds like shotguns going off.
Right.
Oh my god, I love it.
What's his name? Mark Robert.
Mark Rober. Yeah, I loved him.
He's got the stink bombs and the confetti bombs and everything else that goes off.
He had Macaulay Culkin in one of his videos. I love that. He was testing the fart spray.
Oh, speaking of the fart spray, there's a video out there. Guy walked up to a cop car, and the cop had his window down on the passenger side, and the guy walked by and let loose the fart spray inside the cop car.
Okay, no, that's a criminal offense. I'm sorry. I don't care. Don't do that to randos, man. I don't care if it's a cop.
He didn't do it to a rando. He did it to a cop.
He didn't. You know what? Okay, I'm not particularly a friend of the police, but I'm just saying, I don't care who it is. You put fart spray in their car, there's gonna be consequences, and that's not someone you want to do that to. That is literally fucking assault. You're releasing chemicals in or near their vehicle. Yeah, no, I don't care. That shit is fucking potent. No, you deserve what you get. You do that.
Oh, Fury. Yeah, you're right.
What?
Uh, they definitely deserve stealing that stuff. They deserved every odor they got. But yeah, these videos have made my day for the past few days.
I like what I like are the glitter bombs because it has been said glitter is the herpes of the crafting world. You are never getting rid of that,
That's
especially superfine glitter. Oh no, that's your new roommate for life.
at our old house. My wife had her own room for doing everything uh, for her classes.
Okay.
And one of the things you do with kids is you put glue down and then have them sprinkle glitter across the top
Oh,
of them.
we never did that when I was little, but yeah, I've seen it.
And so my wife would bring home their handprints. She'd have them
Oh
do
no.
trace out their hands and color them in. Make turkeys or whatever. Dogs, cats. All kinds of animals and such out of them. Well, she'd bring them home and do that glitter thing.
Oh my
When
god.
we moved out of that house, we were still finding glitter
Yes, you were,
behind
even if it's
stuff.
on a paper, because that shit slides off.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Hey, Wiley, good morning to you this morning. If you want to make every other person's daughter happy and guarantee you never get, okay, is a glitter bomb.
Well,
How is it making them happy but guaranteeing you never have sex? You would think by making them happy that would increase your chances. Or is my brain fog day?
well, a little girl would love to see a shower of glitter shoot in the air. Their mom, not so much. I will tell you how I got away with that shit. You know what? My friend's daughter was all crafty and she was like 4. I got her something that looked like from Lisa Frank. It was just really brightly colored. It was an art kit, and there was a row of little compartments of different colors of glitter at the bottom row. The mom
Oh
wasn't
my
there. The dad
God.
was. Yeah.
Edible glitter.
Oh man. I'm tell. Oh really? I didn't really get what he was saying with unicorn poop till just now. But
I
yeah, I'm not gonna look at mine though, just to see if there's glitter in it. Guess it's food. It'll dissolve. But now I want cake glitter.
All right, we got enough people in here. All right. I want you to tell me who you think this is.
Uh oh.
All right, this here's Soul Train from the
I
1980s.
I didn't really watch a lot of it, but when I did, I liked it.
There we go. Who do you think that is?
Felicia Rashad. I can't really see very well. No,
No,
from the side. Okay, these are all famous people, or just one person.
that one male, that white guy.
I can't tell. My vision's fucked. Take me out of this competition.
Okay, you see this white guy here?
No, I know who you were talking about. Between the blurry on the screen and the blurry in my eyes.
Well, I mean, the video is from the 1980s. It's not going to be really sharp.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I can't really make stuff out well like I used to. I need to get an eye checkup, and I haven't been able to, so I need a stronger prescription.
There are people who are claiming that's Donald Trump.
No, that is not Donald Trump. I won't believe it. That clip would have been going around a lot earlier than now. Too many people would have busted his ass. Like, oh yeah, the only thing I've ever seen him in was Home Alone, and they took him out of that.
Did they really?
Yeah. They deleted him out of it.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Why?
So, yeah. Because nobody likes Trump, even though he really did a lot for our country. We had to fight for peace.
It is going around that that's Donald Trump. It's
not
all over.
Donald Trump. Somebody would have gotten it already.
It is not. It's some guy. His name is Jared.
There you go.
But when he applied to be on the show, he said his name was Jerome.
Yeah, I can't imagine why he would do that. He really wanted to be on that show.
He really wanted to be on that show.
Yeah, no, we all know the fucking tarred power of 4chan. That clip would have been out well before this if that was a real thing. The Spurg power, I'm sorry. Yeah, gotta love 4chan. They found Shia LaBeouf, so yeah, no.
Donald J. Jerome.
I'm just curious as to what the elections are going to turn out to be like the results. Because we all know who we're voting for, but if it's going to be allowed to happen this time. Because, oh my God, I got to send that to you later. There is a clip on Twitter, and yeah, I'm going to keep calling Twitter. Fuck this X shit. There's a whole alphabet out there. I'm calling it Twitter. There's a clip, and it's obviously a deep fake. It's Kamala and her vice president, her inviting him on the phone to be her vice president, and them discussing about how bad communists they are, and all this stuff they've done to people, and everything. But the thing is, even though it's obviously comedy and a parody, none of it's a lie, so that makes it even funnier. Yeah, they're all laughing and talking about how they fuck people over, and I loved it, and I forgot to send it to you. I'm going to try to find it later. It was so good.
All right, I've banned about 6 different people already here in the past couple of minutes.
Now, New Age of Dawn. Yeah, I hadn't come back from that thing yet. What is this? Lucy? Who the fuck is Lucy?
Well, they're banned now.
It's fucking dude. Not you.
I would be surprised if that is JBS and crew.
No, it's senseless. It's not. They're not saying anything that's. I am the Lucy spammer. Okay, whatever. Sleep of dope smoker.
Let's see here. I've banned bleeding, sleep of dope smoker, dying in the cold, new age of dawn, fiery, and then there was Lucy. I don't know why that's not showing up. I did not know that we can now ban people. Is that banned from this stream, or is that a ban from ever coming back to this stream?
I don't know,
one
but
day
I don't
only,
think
or is that permanent?
I think you can ban people permanent. Because one of my friends went on someone's stream and he got banned, and he could never. I don't know if it was ban, hide, mute, what, but they did something where he couldn't post on their stream ever again.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. Well, not so great, because I got blamed for being him, and he was super mad, thinking that everybody thinks he's plus years white woman, so he wasn't real thrilled. He said that's the most racist shit he ever been through, and he grew up in the 70s.
Okay.
I just went up and
Well,
saw that so far.
that was fun. Well, Fury, thank you for reporting them.
Yeah, thank you.
They're
See,
now
if I
using AI to generate names.
that's the height of laziness. You're gonna make an account. Fucking do it yourself. You know what, did you? That's a slip. We're not doing that whole name thing right now.
Yeah.
It's so funny though, because one of that crew did a whole fucking Discord chat about how they jump into people's streams and fucking ruin everything for them. So, you know. But oh, they would never do that to me, you know.
Right.
Nobody ever believes it, even though I'm telling them I witnessed it. They believe it happened, but oh, they would never do that to me. Just some other person they used to
Anyway,
be friends with. I'm special.
I'm wondering if you make a glitter cake, if you make a cake, but rather than putting the glitter on the outside, you put it on the inside, part of the ingredients, part of the batter.
I don't
I
know because
wonder, I
it's.
wonder how that would turn out.
See, I'm on the fence with you on that one because it's supposed to dissolve, so I don't know. If I really wanted it inside, I would. No, that's pudding. That would do the same thing. My mom used to split her chocolate cakes into tiers and put chocolate pudding in them.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, she did that, and then the frosting would be chocolate with chocolate semi-sweet chips on it. And, I mean, it was a box recipe, but it didn't taste like by the time she was done with it. She made the
Right.
best desserts. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to get my mixer out today and put it to work whether I want. Oh, I also got to go to the bank today, and they.
That was a waste. Hold
I've got to go and get an MRI done,
on. Oh,
and because I'm claustrophobic,
yeah.
they went ahead and got me a prescription for 4 Valiums.
I
Take
can't take this stuff.
take 2 when I walk in the door, then take 2 more when they call me back to keep me. So, needless to say, my wife's going to have to take some time off work
Yeah.
because it's not a good idea for me, somebody behind the wheel of a
No,
vehicle,
I
while they're
know.
still on Valium. But yeah,
Yeah, it's never good.
my primary, he's deciding that he's sending me to see all these specialists before my insurance runs out next month.
Oh, so what are you gonna do about insurance?
Uh, I'm looking at another company right now that has uh, a special program specifically for veterans that
Oh, okay.
doesn't cost it's a PPO. It's not an HMO, thank goodness. It's
But you're
a
not.
PPO. So as long as the doctors are subscribed to that system, then they're good. I don't have to get prior authorizations or anything else.
Okay. So you didn't go through
So,
the VA and get TRICARE or anything like that?
well, no. I've got TRICARE for life. My TRICARE is what I lose, is what I'm losing. It converts over to TRICARE for life, which is it's a secondary insurance. It's not a primary. It's a secondary policy. So I still need to replace the primary policy, the one that picks up the bulk of the expenses. The only good thing about the TRICARE for life is it's free. I don't have a
Yeah.
monthly premium for it. This other one is paid for out of my Social Security check, and it's going to be about $350-$400 a month.
That is fucking insane.
So,
It really is insane. I'm sorry.
well,
Well, when they started the Obamacare, like years ago, they wanted me to pay $800 a month for insurance, and I had no job, and they knew I had no job. I filled out all the forms stating I
right.
have no income. There's disabled people in the house, this, that. And they said, congratulations, we found you a plan. It's $800 a month. Where am I getting this $800 a month? Am I supposed to be robbing fucking convenience stores every week? Seriously,
Yeah.
when I was working for the taxi company years ago, they wanted me to pay $100 a week. I was only making less than $200 a week. So, yeah, this whole thing is a fucking scheme.
Put a toilet roll in a glass, putting on the outside glue until. Huh. Okay. Then let them set and
Unicorn poop.
yeah.
Yeah, what about the carb car Silvar?
Yeah, they just put, like I said, the guys were riding by on bicycles and they let loose a can of fart spray inside the cop car. And the
Now there's no
reaction
point in
was
arresting you.
something else. Oh, okay. Yeah, so far, yeah, just somebody did something stupid and I thought it was funny as hell.
It is funny. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny, but there's a danger in that now. So kids, don't try this at home.
Oh, definitely, because if you get caught,
So who wants to hear about my cable battle?
oh no.
It does involve Comcast.
Oh God,
So
I hate Xfinity. I hate
I'm
them
still,
so
and now they're
so
gonna. I gotta
bad.
change my account too because they're gonna try and bill me for shit I never got. Okay, so I, a lot of you know that I lost my job right after COVID, and like toward the end of it, wasn't my fault. Wasn't anybody's fault. The business shut down. Okay, great. So I work from home because I have kids, and I can't get carers pay even though I qualify for it. So I'm out. It wasn't a lot of money, but it really put us over. I don't get food stamps. I don't get any government aid. And Florida is not a welfare state. There's no such thing as welfare. So I was so fucked. Um, I was doing really good up until then. I was paying off my credit card debt. I was actually getting ahead a little bit, and things were going good. Everything was running. I had a good washing machine. Everything was running so well. I lost my job. My washing machine broke down. A whole bunch of things happened. And then we had the grocery price increase. So basically, the only thing I was doing is getting groceries and paying my car and one or two other things. At that point, AT&T, and I'll tell you something off the top of this, I love AT&T. I love their customer service. Get putting that aside, and I still love them. We're going to put that aside. I had to skip my bill for a while because I had just gotten out of that join up bonus contract, and it was almost $200 a month because I had all the cable channels for my kids, like the Nickelodeon, and you can't just have one Nickelodeon or one Disney. There's like 5 variations of that shit. I had everything because of them. So the bill was getting me like $200 a month, and I was like, fuck, but I still paid it because I didn't want, they'll just re-sign me up. So they were really good about it. I was paying what I could. I sometimes skipped a couple of months, but okay. So my bill came up to almost $2,000. Didn't shut me off or threaten me or anything. Didn't even call me. So this year, I actually began making a dent in it. I began paying $300 to $500 a month, depending on how much I had. So it was going good. I made a real dent in it. I got it down to like $1,500 or $1,600, whatever. Then I woke up last week and it was shut off. And they were nice about it, but they're like, if I'll make you a deal if you pay us $1,300 right now, I'll put it back on. That's $300 off. I'm like, I don't have it. Okay, fine. So I had to make a new account somewhere. And it's not that I didn't want to pay it. I just don't have it. Literally not in my account. So fine. I got a job, I'm doing better. Things are going good. My bills are getting paid. I'm just fucked with that cable bill. So they cut it off. And you know me, I'm a fucking junkie. I'm like, I was like one step away from going on a street corner and say, Mister, you got any 5G? I'll make you a deal. I was ready to blow a guy for like 10 minutes of internet at that point. Anyway, so I hit up AT&T in my daughter's name. I'm still going to be paying the bill, so it's not a scam. I'm paying it, okay? But I needed my internet. Plus, I needed it for work and to pay my bills and all this other shit. And if you call someone to pay your bill now, they charge you for it. A lot of companies. So there we go. Yeah, sucky suck 5G. You got it right there, Fury. Okay, so the first thing I do is I go with Xfinity because I didn't know if AT&T would detect because it's the same apartment, same address. So I go to Xfinity. And I go in there and they're selling me this package. I'm not getting the cable anymore. I'm just getting the modem. And they're like, you want routers? No, just a modem. I'm getting Wi-Fi. I just need a modem. I'll hook it up. I have my own cables. They gave me a coaxial cable and I just thought it was part of the package and didn't think much of it. It was also a used modem, but it was in one of those sealed wrappers that makes you think it's new, hermetically sealed. Okay, that's important for later. So I get it home. I'm not making any progress. But you know what, Silver? They were really nice about it. They weren't giving me a hard time. They were actually trying to work with me, but now it's gotten stricter and that was all they could do. So you know what? I don't blame AT&T for that. That's on me. Circumstances beyond my control. I have no bad will with AT&T. Anyway, so I get home and I'm trying to hook all this shit up and none of it's working. Okay, fine. I call AT&T and they're going to send me a modem. Great. Now I got a hotspot with the phone for the Xfinity. I just couldn't put on my computer. Now I lost my mind. I called technical support. Technical people don't answer the phone at Xfinity if you call. Whether you call a 1-800 number, the direct line for tech support, I couldn't even call the store. The number for the store wasn't even listed on the internet when I called. I got the 1-800 number again. So I call it. They put me on hold and say, we're going to call you back and disconnect me. That's after verifying that they can reach me at that number. It wasn't, So, it's even worse. And yes, it is a thing. I'm so glad I'm away from them now. But they don't call me back. They do SMS messages. And I know it's a live person. And I also know they're not from this country because one person used her real first name. And yeah, Xfinity, Comcast, it's interchangeable, whatever you want to call it. So for 2 hours, first it was with the first person. They can't solve my problem. They mentioned coaxial cable. I said, well, I don't have that hookup in my apartment, so I'm not using the cable. They ignore it and keep sending giant passages of text. Solutions you can get by looking at Google. Because I Googled them and they were on fucking Google. And it didn't work. So I got the second guy who's actually tech support. Apparently that woman was not tech support. So he had me do the same exact steps, except he made it take longer. Like the first one was turn off this for 10 minutes. He's like, turn this off for 20 minutes, whatever. So another hour goes by, still nothing. The computer was not detecting the modem. And I wasn't having any luck. I also mentioned that I wasn't going to use a coaxial cable because I had nothing in the wall to hook it to. Didn't even acknowledge it. Just kept going. They're like, well, we'll have to make you an appointment for tech support. That I don't want anybody coming out here. I don't like people and I don't trust people. Also, the last time I had tech support from Comcast, they tried to charge me $200, even though it was the outside of the building that needed work done. That was a battle. They're like, oh, well, we'll give you $100 off. But they never came in my apartment. And it was a battle to get that knocked off the bill. It got real ugly. So, no. Turns out that you can't run their internet without that fucking cable, and nobody told me. I spent 4 hours on my hands and knees, sneezing and coughing and undoing all this stuff and redoing it and undoing it. And they never addressed the. Also, with the modem not being detected by the computer, turns out the first Ethernet plug, the big yellow cord, was broken. I unplugged it and plugged it into the second slot out of curiosity the next day. Turned out it picked it up real quick, but still no internet. I looked at the bottom of the fucking modem and the label is worn and wrinkled. And yeah, it was an old damaged modem they gave me. Not a happy camper. Going tomorrow. Oh, also, they pre-billed me. They sent me a notice. They're going to bill me for $100. So also there's an early cancellation fee of like 200 something dollars. So I'm going there tomorrow to fight with them about this because I'm just fucking done. Okay, it was a ship to home, but if the equipment actually worked, they shouldn't have needed to install it. Now, the vast difference I signed up with AT&T in my daughter's name. They were fucking awesome. I called, it wasn't working. It's AT&T Air. I called. The woman stayed on the phone with me for a fucking hour. Live. Clearly not American, but she knew what she was doing, and I didn't give a shit. I don't care. As long as you know what you're doing, I'm good with it. She got my shit running, and she stayed with me to make sure it kept running. She's like, test this video, test this, test that. Because their PDF basically says it's 2 pictures. 1, plug in the power cord. 2, you're all set. Yeah, that didn't address the problems I had. So yeah, this lady acted like her only goal in life was to help me. That's all. That's the only thing that would make her happy is getting my shit running. They take the AT&T people, they take pride in their work. I don't know how it is for the rest of the country, but I love these people. I mean, this is why I keep staying with them. And I know this sounds like a fucking AT&T commercial. They really should fucking pay me because I got them a lot of customers last years. I fucking love these people, man. It's actually a pleasure to call them and get help. And I've never said that about anything in my life. Best service ever. Got my shit together. Getting my fix. Thank you, Anne from AT&T. You're the best. Yeah, these people are great. Anyway. No, they should install Silvar. I don't want people coming in and cutting into my fucking wall and then billing me for it. Silvar, AT&T is always like this when I call them. Over the past 10 years, they have never stopped until they got my problems fixed. So.
Have they offered to trade out your router?
I don't have a router. It's direct to my computer.
Okay.
I have Ethernet. My kids have a router, but if I don't have internet, it's not going to matter. I mean, I love their router. They've got this little USB thing they plug into their computer. It's just like a receiver for a headset. It's small. It's a regular USB thing. And they, I'm in a call. Okay, that's fine. Go play. I'm in a call. 2.
I'm in a call. I'm in a call.
Yeah.
I'm in a call.
But he ate. That's important to know. I'm glad he told me that. So I'm not going to fight with him. But yeah, it's this little thing they plug in, and it was a CD-ROM, and it set it up. And my kids don't need wires. They're hooked up to my network. I love it. I don't have wires all over my house with routers. It's a great program. So yeah. Okay, I'm done babbling. I'm sorry. I just honestly, if I could have married that woman from AT&T on the spot, I don't even swing that way. I would have done it. It was amazing. But yeah, no, that's how Xfinity goes. They bill you for every little thing. And AT&T, they will fix your shit. And if they can't fix it, they'll send somebody out to fix it for you. But everything worked. Everything was new. Yay. So now I gotta fight Xfinity tomorrow. I gotta be like steel cage mode and go in there and try and fight them in the store now and embarrass myself. But I don't have shame, so it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, that's what I said. The USB plug is the router. Sorry, I stepped on you there. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Okay, I love this.
Tell me.
One of my security programs just kicked up and said I'm undergoing a dark web attack.
Oh shit. The fuck? On your computer? That actually might be the attack. Does it tell you to click anything?
No, this is my software.
Oh, okay, I'm
I've
sorry.
got software on my phone or on my computer that it's also on my phone that does it. Yep. Okay, they are. So if for some reason I get dropped, it's my software taking me offline.
I will be here to keep the thing going. It's
That's
fine.
that's. I mean, I love it. This is a Vera Prime.
Oh, Fury's saying it might be related to the bots from before.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's real specific. Like you notice in the chat they never said anything specific about Shroom. It was all just random Lucy shit.
Right.
So I mean, it could have been anybody there. I don't know. And they don't. Nobody has his phone number. I don't even have his phone number. I've known him for years. So
Well, I have done everything I can to keep
your personal shit personal.
my personal stuff personal. Yep. Okay, let's see here.
Okay, do you have StreamYards on your phone, or do you stay logged
Yes,
into YouTube on your
I've got it on both.
Okay.
Okay, so it is. The stream will attract them, then they'll auto finger and attack. Huh. That's interesting.
It really is. It's good to know.
Yeah. This Avira cost me like $100 a year.
You know what? If it's a yearly thing, I'm fine.
So, but I don't mind paying it because
it's worth it to you.
And I mean, if it does stuff like this for me,
yeah,
then I'm a happy man. I have not kept up with technology as much as I probably should have.
Me neither.
And like this new AI stuff is scaring the crap out of me.
It is. Oh, that's coming out. Okay. There is a movie coming out about the AI. It's from the guys that made Megan, and there is a similar theme to it. I want to see it. It takes it up another level.
I wish I had not closed out the video this morning. There is a video of a guy welding.
No.
And then all of a sudden the sparks from his welder, he turns into like a peacock critter.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
And it was wonderfully done. Oh, War Games, yes.
This is actually worse than War Games, but yeah.
War Games was the original scary movie when. Well, no, I have to no. Well, I want to say the name of the movie was the Prometheus Attack.
I don't remember, but I've heard of
it. And let's see here. It was 1960s, I believe.
Oh, wow. See, now you just reminded me of Demon Seed.
Where a guy had his entire house and computer takes over a house movie. There it is. Colossus, the Forbin Project, 1970.
Wow. Okay, I was thinking we got them mixed up, but okay, that's a whole different movie. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Colossus, 1970. Okay, I said 1960, so 1970. All right, I wasn't off by that much.
Yeah.
If you ever get get a chance to watch that movie.
I'm actually looking it up now because I want to see it because I haven't seen it. Colossus movie. Okay, if you've never seen Demon Seed, you should see that. That's the original Google House gone wrong.
Demon Seed?
It's this. It's the late 70s, 77.
Huh.
I saw it in the 80s when VHS was just becoming a thing. So yeah.
Oh, Silvar had it down first before I said it. Okay.
Um,
Uh, yeah. Also known as the Forbin Project. Yes, that was a great scary movie
okay.
about a
I will
computer
watch it.
taking over a house.
I'm gonna go into that thrill to watch it.
A demon, when I think of Demon Seed, I keep thinking of that one movie, or not movie, but video game.
Oh, that's right. There was a game called Demon Seed, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I never played it. So,
Okay, that's from 1977.
yep. That was really good. You immediately think Google House if you're going to start watching that. But it's basically the house wanted to be alive.
Oh, it's based on a book by Dean Koontz.
Really? I didn't know he wrote that. Yeah, it's a really good movie though. Seriously, it's like a must see for 70s movies. It was really ahead of
Julie
its time.
Christie carries the demon seed, fear for her.
I'm
Concerns
gonna
the imprisonment and forced impregnation of a woman by an AI computer.
yes.
Oh, Robert Vaughn is the voice of the computer. Amazing. I like Robert Vaughn.
Yep. I'm gonna tell you, well, it was really ahead of its time. But now they got this movie AI, which is pretty much Demon Seed without the pregnancy. At least I hope it is. Um, yeah, it's definitely the trailer was definitely a throwback to that, and I want to
Oh,
see it.
I love this. Proteus reveals to a reluctant Susan the computer wants to conceive a child through her. Proteus takes some of Susan's cells, synthesizes sperm, modifying its genetic code to make it uniquely the computer's.
Yep,
She will give birth in less than a month.
that's gonna hurt because your body's not meant to stretch out and change
Through the
like that.
child, the computer will live in the form that humanity will have to accept.
Yes,
Wow.
you know what? I'm okay with spoilers for myself. I always feel bad when someone reads the whole thing out before they watch it. It really, but even knowing everything that you know now, you really need to watch it. It was really good. It was
Yeah,
very
that movie just made it on my must see list.
yeah. Oh my god. It wasn't. I
No,
mean, it really isn't sexy for a woman watching it. It's actually kind of fucking scary,
right.
and there's no
So our
nudity.
the computer. See, I always remembered as the computer took over the house first before it took over the world.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah,
But
you're probably
whatever.
right there, Fury, too, because Kuntz never does that. I mean, he
No, he's
doesn't
not
make
titillating.
sex a focal point of his books.
No, I've
Oh,
only read like,
Rosemary's Baby.
dude,
Yes.
I love that. I love the book and the movie. I loved it so much because I've been called paranoid a lot of my life, but everything I'm paranoid has fucking happened after I got called paranoid. So I really embrace that movie. They're telling her paranoid, and they're the one doing shit to her.
That. Oh man, what's her name? The
What
old
do you,
lady.
oh, I know who you're talking about. Ruby, not Ruby. I keep thinking her name is Ruby or Martha or something. I know who you're talking about though. She did that movie Harold a lot too, which I fucking loved.
Right. And she's done a lot of TV shows where uh
Wasn't she also the mom in the Clint Eastwood movies?
yes. Okay, let's see here.
Is there Ruth?
Ruth Gordon.
There you go. See, I knew I was looking up the same as you. You got there first.
John Cassavetes, Ruth Gordon, Sidney Blackmore, Morris Evans. Charles Grodin was in it.
He was in Rosemary's Baby?
Yeah, that was his feature film debut.
Man, I really love that movie so much. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's still, I think it's still valid today because,
That's probably Mia Farrow's first and only good movie.
I haven't seen the rest of her movies, but yeah, she was good in it. She played tormented and confused and terrified very well.
Yes, she did. And you want to talk about being gaslit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody had her convinced that she was going nuts.
Yeah, so far that was actually my life. I mean, I had people tell me I was paranoid, I was this, I was that. And then I got hit by a fucking car and everybody shut the fuck up.
I get called on, especially on TikTok, I get called a conspiracy nut so much.
Mm-hmm. Nobody calls me that anymore. They don't call me paranoid anymore.
Every conspiracy I've talked about's come true.
It comes out of somewhere.
Yep.
It's not like Slender Man where we all know it's a myth. It's coming from somewhere. So,
I get tired of hearing people call each other goats.
It started with sports and then it just went everywhere. It's not
right.
valuable anymore. There's no meaning to it now.
And because even the people in sports that they call the GOAT, most of them aren't.
Nah.
I mean, to me, Larry Bird's one of the greatest basketball players ever.
Yep.
Okay. But if you even mention his name, right? How dare you, what are you doing? No white boy could be one of the best basketball players, da 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 da.
Yeah.
Basketball was a different game when Larry Bird was playing versus what it is today.
Yeah.
Today, these guys get away with so much stuff that would have had them thrown out of the game.
And in jail.
Well, maybe not in jail, but definitely thrown out of the game for their stuff that they did on the court.
It's crazy now. I know.
Especially the women's basketball, the stuff they get away with there. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. Why didn't the ref throw them out? But that is what it is, sport. I wasn't much of a baseball player, so
right.
I don't know what kind of dirty tricks go on now in baseball versus what did back in the 60s and early 70s. So, what is this Slender Man? Every time I hear Slender Man, I just see this picture of this real skinny guy dressed in black with no face.
It started out as like a creepypasta, one of those little internet things, and then they turned it into a game. The game was good. I'm not gonna lie. I can't play it because it scares the shit out of me.
Is it a video game?
It's a video game. I think there are sites that have it online. Oh, there was this one site that modded it as Teletubby Slender Man. So, dude, I played that shit and I made the mistake of playing it with the terrace doors open and my desk is right next to the fucking terrace. I thought, stupid me, playing it during the day would make it not as scary. All I know is I'm running and I can hear movement behind me and I'm running and I've got 5 of the notes and I'm going great because you're supposed to collect notes during the game to win the game. Okay. And it's a forest, but there's like little buildings, So it kind of, I guess it's like a kind of a public park that has the buildings in it, whatever. So I'm running and I'm running, and then fucking Poe pops up in front of me, and I screamed like I had never screamed before in my life. I dropped off the chair. I unplugged my mouse because it was wired, and I'm falling all over the place. And there's about a dozen people in my parking lot looking up at me. And I'm like, it's all good. It's all good.
Hey,
We saw a
Lazel, good
really big
morning.
ant. Yeah, that and what was the other game? Fears to Fathom. That one I did last Halloween, and it scared me so fucking bad. Oh
Fierce to
my god.
what?
Fears to Fathom. Fathom. There's a bunch
Oh,
of
okay.
chapters. This one was Norwood Hitchhiker. So it starts at you're out of you're leaving a concert, your friends have left you, you're just like, fuck, it's nighttime, I'm by myself, I need a ride. You hitch a ride. That in itself can be problematic because, in this game they don't fuck around. Then you go to a really now if you get past the hitchhiking part, you go to a really shitty motel. And from there it's like everything scares you. And there is a killer. It's not like you're scared for nothing and you wake up and say, ha ha. No, there's a fucking killer. And the thing about this game is, if you're running your microphone, the game picks up the noise in your microphone. Which means if you're laughing with your friends and you're streaming this game, your killer will hear it. It puts your noise in the game. So I thought I was going to be smart, and I muted all my shit, and I'm just listening footsteps and all this. And then the guy shows up, but I'm safe. But I was so startled, I screamed like I was being fucking murdered. I'm really surprised the police did not show up that time. That time it would have been the one time it was legit. But yeah, that was a really great game, and I really endorse it. Y'all should get Fears of Fathom, Norwood Hitchhiker, because it's scary as fuck. Especially, if you've been stalked in real life, which I have been. So yes, flashbacks. Okay. Next month is September. Okay. We already got plans for Halloween and Dungeons and Dragons, Shroom. You're gonna love it.
Oh, really?
We're doing Ravenloft.
Oh, I have played Ravenloft and DM'd Ravenloft a dozen times. That is one
Dude.
of my favorite pre-made dungeons ever.
Well, Ross does his own shit. He does his own maps and everything. But what we haven't played it in years because what inevitably happens, you need at least 4 or 5 people. And we've
Right.
got 3. So his wife will not play Ravenloft under any circumstances. She'll play everything
Really?
else, but it's creepy. It just it's
Now,
not that for her.
are you playing it as first through 3 levels, or are you playing it at higher levels?
I don't know because it hasn't started yet. I'm guessing it's going to be the first 2 levels. I don't know, but we're making new characters for it. And oh my god, the last time, but he can't keep a team, so he hasn't done it in years because he gets frustrated because he puts a lot of work into all of it. He makes his own,
Oh,
everything.
You don't want to see my 6-inch binder
Yeah,
that
he
I've
had the
got
same thing.
filled with my own dungeons and my own
Yes,
world I've got.
yes, he's got all the books, and he's got pages of character sheet. He's got everything. He does all his own stuff. The last time we did it, oh my god, it was so much fun. And there was one incident, and I didn't find out until recently that I made a mistake. This girl was looking in our window asking to come in. Obviously, you're going to say, fuck no, she's a vampire, right? You
Right.
don't know. But she's like, I'm really scared, and I hear something out there, and I need to come in. And we made a decision to not let her in. And then I find out years later that, yeah, we should have let her in. She died the next morning. We did find the body. But, oh my God. And then, and I've told this one section of the game, it got deleted from my YouTube stream, and I can't find it anywhere. I'm so angry because it was an hour. Okay. Now, a week before this happened, I played the video for our group. Actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Best video ever. It's the greatest thing ever. Shia LaBeouf is teasing you, and he's a cannibal. Great song.
Okay, now here another question I'm going to ask: which version of D&D are y'all playing
right now? Right now, we're playing 1E, the advanced D&D 1E.
Okay, but you're playing the original.
Yeah.
D&D. You're not playing this new 5E whatever crap.
No, none of that. It's 1E, AD&D 1E, the old game.
Okay.
And it is a little harder. We're doing it on Roll20, and once you put all your stats in, it does the buttons and everything. It's great, but it is a little more complicated just making the characters at first, because, but he helped me with it, and he gave me the easiest one, which is the fighter, which I'm liking for this one. That was my first fighter ever. I've always played either witches or rangers. Even in video games, I always,
Yeah, see, my primary D&D character was a paladin.
Those are good too.
And then my next one that I played was a wasn't a magic user.
Cleric? No, that's a magic user.
Well, no, actually, oh wait a minute, no, he was a magic user, but he was a chaotic neutral magic user.
I had that.
And so he had no problem slipping over to the dark side on occasion with some of his spells.
Yeah, my character now is either good neutral or lawful neutral, whatever the hell you call it, or chaotic good. I forget what it is. I think it's chaotic good. Whatever. But yeah, that was like one of the few times he didn't have an objection to it, because I have a strong moral code. So I'll do some evil shit just to save somebody.
Wow, they've got animated maps now for Ravenloft.
Okay, is this Roll20 or is this a different site? Or
I'm just seeing what it's showing on Bing.
Okay, so I don't know what
Here, let me
share it, please.
I'm sharing it.
Fuck, I did this. Okay, I'm trying to get back. Okay, let me. Okay, are you sure that's not a Bing animation or?
Well, no,
I mean, the site could just be animating it itself and not Curse of Strahd. They have Strahd in Neverwinter, but I stopped playing Neverwinter because they got shitty. So you can't win Curse of Strahd. That's fucking impossible. Castle of Ravenloft. Okay, what is this for? Vicar Reeks. Okay, is this a separate site? Is this Roll20?
And my security software said, sorry, you can't go there.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to look it up. Actually, if you want to send me the link.
It's
Vicorox. Hold on.
Vicorox.weebly.com.
Okay, hold on. Leaps and bounds. I am Darren Smalls, world traveler. Okay. Okay, this is real life traveling shit. Apparently it's not. Let me see here. My story in file.
See, they in my one of the things I've bothered me, when the final straw for me was when they introduced wheelchairs.
Yeah.
Characters, using wheelchairs or, now, a blind cleric is one thing, a blind magic user is one thing. But when they put a fighter or a thief in a wheelchair,
man, fuck that.
I mean,
you know what? A thief in a wheelchair at like a village fair, that could have some advantage, but not fucking sneaking into stealthing shit. No. Okay, I don't know what these maps are for. They're animated. He's giving you the code. I don't know what you use them in, unless it's just your own personal program. I don't know. But we do roll 20. He makes his own maps. He's really like into it, like ridiculously. I mean, the amount of planning he does is insane.
Oh yeah. Now, Fury, you're right about THACO. When uh, idiots of the West there decided that they're going to make fun of people who use THACO by creating that character THACO. Now, come on. THACO is the only way to play. I don't like this new play system. And my son, that's why my son won't let me play, is because I won't play unless we use THACO, so I'm not allowed to play in their games because they've got no understanding of THACO.
A wheelchair is done with divine magic. Thank you. I was actually thinking that.
Yeah.
That's an argument I've made. Yeah. Even if you can't cure the injury, you can make them walk.
Right.
Wow, that's impressive. He made money on one of his on his map.
Wow, nice.
Ooh, look at you. You are suddenly so much more attractive. Anyway,
Well, now I like Baldur's Gate. In fact,
I've played the video game.
I haven't played it here in the past probably month and a half, 2 months. I need to get back into it because I'm about 3/4 of the way through Baldur's Gate 2. And I need to
never
get back.
finished 3.
I need to get back into it so I can play 3. But I mean, Baldur's Gate 1 is just absolutely an amazing game.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, Silvar, THACO is super old school, but it's the easiest thing there is, It's the easiest way to calculate whether or not you hit. You could do it in your head.
Put the eggs on the stove.
Okay.
I mean, I get the whole put yourself into the game, but that's a little much. The only time I really liked it was when they did Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and they had the kid in the wheelchair. I am the wizard.
Now, I did have a character whose one eye was blind at this particular time, but that's because that eye saw everything 30 seconds into the past.
Not the future?
Not the future, into the past.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess it could be useful if somebody gets backstabbed, you can find out who did it, but yeah.
So that was fun to play out sometimes. Now, 30 seconds into the future was that'd been too much to ask for.
I see that. You got to be reasonable. I see that.
Right. Let me go ahead and try to open up this thing here. Then all of a sudden, no, stop. You do that and this, and you're going to release the poison gas, or you're going to let that beholder out.
Go get me a can of mixed vegetables. I'm making chicken fried rice after this.
I had one DM that absolutely hated it. Whenever he got ticked off at us.
Oh no.
He would always introduce at least 1 or 2 beholders.
Oh my god.
Whenever he got mad, whenever we frustrated him.
We learned the hard way not to go into a room until he said it's unlocked. Now you can go in. We learned.
Well, this guy here, if you did stuff that he hadn't planned for, to get you back into his script, he would do something like that.
Yeah, it's don't piss off the DM. It's the same rule as don't piss off your mom when she's gonna brush your hair. Don't do that.
Oh, I imagine that would mama brushing your hair harsh could be hurtful.
She was harsh when I was a good girl. I wasn't gonna fuck around and find out.
Now,
I learned that early.
with my
Huh?
mom, don't on with my mom the first week of the month. Don't make
Oh
her
no.
mad on the day that Batman and
Oh,
the
what?
Green
Green
Hornet
Lantern?
was on
Yeah.
TV. Because the first week of the month, when those
Mhm.
shows were on, that's when she would cut our hair.
Oh no.
So if Mama was mad at you that day, your haircut was at risk.
Yeah, no, my mom gave me shitty haircuts and I just had to wait till it grew out a little and I could fix it, but
So
damn.
that we all learned the first week of the month to make certain that we were all very, very good.
Oh,
We did not misbehave the first week of the month because you know we would go to school the next day with a haircut that wasn't quite
straight and it was all choppy looking, a bowl cut, but bad, even worse.
right worse than a bowl cut. Yeah, you're right.
But that
And you might have a
right,
little piece of your earlobe missing or a little piece of the top of your ear.
ooh.
Slime golems. Eee.
We had a gelatinous cube, and I didn't realize that's what it was because he was describing it without using the word. And then we got away from like, oh wait, that was a gelatinous cube. I wanted to sample. Too late.
Yeah, now see, I was the guy that turned one of my players' characters into a stone statue with perpetual bird food on his head.
Oh my! Oh, we had a Medusa recently. Last couple of weeks, we had one, and I kept telling him, "Don't go in that room." Let me see that. Bring that here. I was like, "Don't go in that room, man. She's lying to you." She's like, "I'm not. I'm a prisoner. Put this on the counter." Wait. She's like, "Oh, I need help. And look how pretty I am, and I'm helpless, and I'm just chained up in here." Now she was chained, but she was a fucking Medusa. And I told him not to go in that fucking room. And I held that shit over him that entire fucking session once I got him unfrozen. Fucking stone. Yeah. Oh yeah. I also don't let shit go. If I tell you to do something very fucking or not to do something that's really common sense and you go and do it, oh yeah, you're my target. You've earned it. Anyway. Basilisks are 12. We haven't had one of those. I'm so glad we haven't. That was the thief. That wasn't even the bard. That was the thief. We don't have a bard in our party.
I've never understood the use of a bard in a party under most circumstances.
Yeah, me neither, because the skills are not what you would think by all the means.
Right.
I'm thinking there's supposed to be extra charisma, extra sexiness,
It, you
seducing,
know,
no, I didn't see any of that.
if you're going into if you're going into a town, let's say, and your whole thing is going to happen in town, then yeah, you could use a bard. But going into a dungeon or an open road,
I was so tempted to make a bard, but he didn't look very useful to the party as a whole. So I was like, no. So I am a really big human girl fighter. Woo, I love her. We don't do multi-class either.
now,
Oh
see,
my
I
god.
tried playing multi-class one time, and advancement was so slow that I gave up. When the
Yeah,
character died, I tore up the character sheet and threw it away
I bet you did.
because I mean, advancement was just so slow in it that it didn't make it worthwhile. Um, I'm trying to remember what it was, but and the limitations. You've got to find two classes that can comparatively use the same armor, same weaponry.
Oh, that's a pain.
Yeah, you're right. That is an absolute pain.
I have never done multi-class and I will never do it. I'm gonna be honest, as much as I like the game we're in, I'm kind of missing the other games because we stopped in the middle of fucking games to do this. Like first it was Pathfinder. That's my favorite character because she's kind of overpowered. She's a witch, like a street witch or whatever. But then we did Rifts and I was auto repair. I don't know what the class you call it is, but I did amazing shit with vehicles and technical stuff. I love that. She got to find the what is it? The underground vault of cheese that the government has. So yeah, she found the cavern of cheese with her friends and gained 20 pounds before they left it. It was great. I love the cheese. But now we're doing this. And then in October we're doing Rifts. So I mean what do you call it? Ravenloft. So I'm so excited.
Well, I
I don't know.
hope you enjoy it and have a good time with it.
You know what? I'm kind of worried that I'm building it up in my head too much, and I'm gonna end up doing a character that I'm not gonna enjoy, or something's gonna happen. And like last week, I missed everything. I didn't get to play City of Heroes or Dungeons and Dragons because of the fucking internet. I didn't get to do
Right.
anything last Sunday. So now I feel like, yeah, the world owes me. It does. I don't ask for much, you know? I don't. And I know people joke and say that, but I literally ask for the bare minimum. So yeah,
Yeah, one.
I wanted a fighter mage as a dwarf. That could be interesting.
But the limitations on your armor would be a killer. Because in
See,
order to do mage attacks, you'd have to get out, depending on the armor you're wearing.
yeah, you can only wear leather armor or drop your armor.
Right.
I don't know how you would work that, but you know, hey,
But
more power to you.
at least at some point you'd be able to enchant your own swords.
I got a +2 longsword. I love that sword so much.
One of my characters, actually, my paladin, actually got a Vorpal blade one time.
Wow, I've never even heard. I mean, outside of Alice in Wonderland, I've never heard of that.
Well, a Vorpal blade,
Yeah,
plus
I didn't know
5.
that was. Holy shit!
Yep. And I'm trying to remember. It had something about chromatic dragons, if I remember correctly.
See, I see chromatic and I think of a rainbow-colored kind of dragon. I got a multi-chromatic cardinal in Secret World. So
Vorpal Sword D&D. There is one in Alice in Wonderland. I didn't know that.
really, you didn't know that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's where it came from. I think I don't know, but yeah, she gets the Vorpal sword in the Alice games too. Vorpal blade, rather. Madness Returns. I love those
Okay.
games.
All right. +3 to attack and damage rolls. In addition, the weapon ignores resistance to slashing damage.
Wow,
So,
my character isn't very high yet, so but I'm gonna get better
uh,
armor too. I got -1 armor class, so it's not so bad.
okay. So it was a 1 die 8 +3 with a 1 die 10 addition.
Damn.
So, yeah. Let's see if you attack. Let's see, when you attack a creature that has at least one head and roll a natural 20, you cut off one of the creature's heads.
Huh.
The creature
That's
dies if it can't survive with the lost head. So,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, Digi, the game was actually good. Unfortunately, I could not play it because I don't know if it was a problem with my old computer that I was on at the time, or Um, the hitboxes, I had a hard time connecting, and I gave up. And that's what started my love of watching playthroughs on YouTube.
You played the Vorpal as a +2, 1 die 3 crit. Oh, okay. That'd be interesting.
God, y'all got me jonesing for D&D now. It's been 2 weeks because the week before somebody was sick. It's been 2 weeks. I need just one round.
Playing D&D though, that would be when I was hosting back when the wife and I first got married. We would start Friday night, and I'd already have the pizzas cooked and sitting there. And we would finish up the first round around 5 or 6 in the morning. And everybody would just crash out. I went back to bed, but everybody else just crashed out in the living room.
Yeah.
And get up the next morning, eat cold pizza, drink coffee, and start again.
Oh my God.
And play until 6 or 7 o'clock Saturday night. Then that's where we would call it.
That's crazy.
So, about 5 o'clock in the morning, everybody would crash for 3 or 4 hours, get a little bit of sleep in, then get back up and continue playing.
Wow.
That's a pretty hardcore group I was with.
Yeah.
It was 7 of us, so it'd be 1 person DMing and 6 players.
Yeah. That's a good group there.
Yep. And it had a really great mix. Had a mage and a cleric, of course,
Right.
1 thief, and then had a then the rest were a mixture of straight fighters or paladins. And what was the other fighter class? Yeah.
Ranger, fighter.
Yeah, Ranger. They had a range. I believe it was a Ranger. This is before they introduced barbarians, and it was before the Asian classes were introduced.
Like
I remember when they introduced the Asian classes, and because one of our guys wanted to jump over to be a samurai. And I told him if he wanted to play samurai, that's fine. He'd have to start from level 1, get level 1, and absolutely bare basic gear.
Was everybody starting at level 1, or he was changing a character and they had gotten past level 1?
No, he just wanted to. Everybody else was keeping their original characters.
Oh, so he's making a new character in an established set. Okay.
Right.
I don't know, man. I mean, if the person was a reliable player, I might give them a pass and just maybe let them go 1 or 2 levels under the other people. I don't think I'd make them start out completely bare.
Well, when he got level 5 or 6, I let him find a cache of stuff that was strictly for him.
Nice.
Okay, that brought him up gear-wise, sort of comparable to everybody else. But as far as leveling, he had to do straight leveling, and he understood that. Now I just wasn't going. I just wanted him to, learn to play the character from scratch, though.
Oh, okay. So okay, I get it.
I didn't want him to have a samurai and be playing by a fighter's rules.
I get it. Learning's important.
If you're going to play samurai, you got to learn how to play the samurai.
Exactly.
Which was a pain in the butt for me to have to learn that class.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I had to, being as I was the DM, I had to learn that class also to make certain that he was playing it correctly.
Okay.
So I can get Hillary was a Mad Forrester, the Straight Fighter. Okay, Hillary the Mad Forrester.
Oh no.
I that's not ringing a bell with me, but I'm assuming it's some sort of a character from somewhere.
Oh my God. Hillary the straight. Okay. Street Fighter. Okay.
Am I missing something here, Ramen?
He's referring to gender preference in straight instead of it being strictly.
Right. Okay.
That time with the halfling, I'm guessing male, didn't count as he never put it in. Very bad joke. Very bad joke. Took me a minute. So wait a minute. I'm a straight fighter. My little character is a straight fighter. Oh my God, my character's name is Ravenna, and everybody keeps calling her Ravina. It's making me insane. I knew her. Ravina is an Indian actress.
Oh, okay.
And why are they calling me Ravina? It's Ravenna. She's blonde. She's riffing on my joke. Okay, so oh God, I'm so excited about Sunday. I can't wait. It's gonna be City of Heroes and fucking D&D all day. Woo!
Somebody got mad. Somebody found out what they'd been called an NPC for a while, and they didn't realize what it meant
Oh my God.
until they asked me what we got talking about something, and they said yeah, and they made a comment about they've been being called an NPC by several people that we both knew, and I was like, oh, okay. He goes, you know what it means? I said, yeah, it means non-player character. I go, what? I said, basically what they're saying is you're so boring and you keep saying that all you ever do is say the same things over and over and over again.
Right.
There's nothing original about you.
They made that joke in the D&D movie. In the last one, I love that movie so much. You've seen it, right?
Oh yeah, that
Okay,
was definitely a good movie. I was afraid it was going to turn out to be another like that World of Warcraft movie.
I didn't see that, but okay. I told you, man, if I'm telling you a movie's good, 99% of the time, I'm fucking right. I love that movie so much.
It was a decent movie. I enjoyed it.
That is a movie that I could just sit and watch it's one of my feel good movies, my comfort movies. I could just sit and watch it like every other day and not get bored.
I really enjoyed the ending though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed the ending.
Mm-hmm.
Where the guy went to jump out the window.
Poor Jonathan.
That's not a window anymore. They bricked it up.
Oh my God, I loved it. I love the whole family isn't who you're related to thing. I just loved all of it. It was and he was what's his name? Fucking Hugh Grant. I loved every single fucking actor and character in it, and I never say that.
They did a good job, and there was enough of it being tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
To keep it humorous for.
Oh my God, I love the mimic so much. I did. I love the fuck. I was like, before I saw it, I was like, there's got to be a mimic in this movie, and there was a mimic, and I was so happy. It's like I think I teared up a little.
But they did enough to keep it humorous enough that people who actually played D&D could catch some of them little side jokes that weren't. Okay. You had to know the game in order to understand the joke,
or at least have watched the D&D cartoon in the 80s. That would give you enough. Yeah, almost enough.
Yeah.
No, Theory, we're talking about the D&D movie, not Mimic, the movie with the bugs. Yeah, there's a movie called Mimic.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about the D&D movie, and it had a mimic in it. Okay, Silver, if you want to watch something with me, I mean, I'm not going anywhere. You have I'm on Discord. You know I'm on Discord because we play City of Heroes together. So one night you want to watch a movie, you just look me up. I'll watch it with you. I'm I'm not a snob. I mean, let's do this. You want to hang out? Let's go. Put your money where your mouth is. I don't watch a lot of movies because people I know have already seen it or I don't have anybody to watch it with. I have rejected so many movies based on that.
I see. I got no problem watching a movie second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time.
Me too. I will
I've
do it.
got no
Yes.
problem with that. It's like it's like I've got no problem reading a book
Same.
time after time after time again. I mean, now do I want to put it 6 months to a year between reading it? Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. It's like when I finish up this Amos Decker series, I'm going to toss a coin up between redoing either the Dragon Riders of Pern or the Sword of Truth series.
Okay.
They're both about 200 hours of listening time. So, that's a lot of time. Well, wait a
Okay.
minute. No, it's more than 200, probably closer to about 400 hours listening time.
Wow. I can't do it. You're better than I am. I can't listen. The only book I ever listened to on audio was a Southern Belle Primer read by the late Dixie Carter. That's the only thing I could listen to.
Uh,
I can't follow plots in my head while I'm sweeping and doing like this right now. What we're doing, this is the only thing I actually sit still for, unless I'm playing an actual game or
well, see, I've actually read these books multiple times
yeah,
before I got them on audio. I didn't get them on audiobooks really until I knew we were moving and I was having to downsize. And that meant my books weren't coming with me because I was not going to have a room. At the old house, I had a library where
yeah.
I could keep all my books. This new house, I wasn't going to have that.
See, now I'm going to start crying in a minute because as a teenager, when I moved from New York to Florida, I had to leave all my books behind, and I had a huge collection of books. I had
Right.
first and second editions of Stephen King. I had so many books, and a lot of them aren't in print anymore. Like there was, it was kind of like Twilight Zone kind of anthology book. Karen Joy Fowler, Artificial Things. That's what it was called, and it was kind of like Twilight Zone. It had different stories in it, and I had to leave that behind too. The only books I took, the drug addicts went and either tore them up or put them in a trash pile. And it was nothing worse than me going to the neighbor's house and seeing my book on the coffee table.
Yeah.
So, I then when I lived with Asshat, I lost a lot of books in a hurricane, and then we had to leave some behind for something else. I have a real hard time getting books now in
A
physical
friend of
form.
my son is a big reader, so I let him have first choice of all the books that I
Oh,
had, and he filled the trunk of his car
I bet he did.
with books. And then the rest I took down and dropped them off at the local library. So it's like, yeah, here you go. But yeah, he took all my Stephen King, all my Anne McCaffrey.
Oh man.
He took my Dean Koontz.
This is why a lot of my books now are on computer.
I mean, he took. So I mean that was no problem. I mean, like I said, he filled the trunk of his car. I knew he would take care of the books.
Yeah, and you knew he'd like them. Yeah, it's
Right.
different. It's not a waste. I mean, it isn't a waste if you're doing it to the library anyway, but still, at least they're loved. So
Right. And that's when I started buying them on Kindle, at least the books
yes,
on Kindle or audio
yes,
or both. That way, but having read them so many times, even if I miss a couple of minutes because of something, I can pick right back up with it.
You
I
know
don't
what?
lose line of the plot because I know the entire plot line.
That's actually a really good point I hadn't considered before. You know what? I'm gonna look into it now that you said it, because there are books that I really love, but I can't sit down or hold my phone and read it. So, yeah, while I'm, doing mom stuff. So,
Right.
yeah, you know what? All the arguments you had before didn't do anything. That actually, one argument convinced me to look into Kindle Boy audio now.
Yeah.
But
But I mean, but they've got to be books that that you've really enjoyed and
yeah,
read and reread and reread. Like this series I'm reading now, Amos Decker. I just discovered this by David Baldacci. I just discovered this series of books. So when I listen to them, I concentrate on listening to the books, listening to them. So that's
your chat.
oh my God,
You
Silva,
read it?
that would be hilarious.
It I would have gotten away for it. I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for those pesky dungeoneers and their goblin.
Oh, could
Yeah.
you? Let's see. What would Shaggy be in D&D?
Um, not a bard. Maybe a thief? Oh, no, a druid. He's got Scooby, and Scooby might be a direwolf. Nah, that's
Okay,
too aggressive. That's too aggressive. I don't know, something sleepy. Maybe a hedgehog or something. My missus took all my banks. I'm guessing books. Oh, and 1,200. Oh man. See, I would kill for books if somebody did that. A coward. Yeah, it had to be a cowardly kind of role, but Hoggy Shaggy is a druid. That's what I said. He's a druid. He's got a pet. Yeah, he's got the shroom head. Yeah, there you go.
let's see. And what would? Oh man, I'm trying to think of her name. What would Velma be? Velma would have to be a wizard
I'm thinking
of some
wizard,
sort.
cleric, something with smarts. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, she'd definitely be a magic user of some sorts.
She would have really good investigative abilities, and I forgot what skill that is. Sense motive, sense whatever. She would have all that good shit.
Yeah. And let's see.
Fred
See, I'm
would
having a hard time remembering their names.
Fred, Velma, Daphne, Shaggy.
Okay. Uh, Fred, he'd probably be a paladin.
Right. I was just thinking that, or some kind of fighter. Yeah.
Well, he'd either be a paladin or a ranger.
I don't think he'd be a ranger.
Because he's got the strong morals.
Yeah, definitely paladin then.
So Daphne now.
She would probably be a really sexy witch.
Oh, do
Kind
they
of
have
weak
witches in
physically.
D&D now?
I might be mixing it up with Pathfinder. I'm pretty sure they have witches in D&D, don't they? I mean, that would be a whole wasted thing. I mean,
I mean, female
Daphne and Elf.
magic user, but uh,
Okay, so if I said Daphne and Elf, she could be like a half elf ranger. That could work.
yeah, that could work. That could work.
I don't. Fred is a bard. I don't know. He's a big guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see Fred as a bard.
He doesn't really flirt with girls in the cartoon, and I don't know enough about bards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fred.
Fred
Fred
would be a
would have to
fighter.
be. Yeah, Fred would have to be one of the fighter classes, and I'd see him more as a paladin than anything
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
Up there in his shiny armor.
Okay, I gotta mute fucking Discord because I'm getting 500 messages and I don't want to talk to nobody. Just leveled for leading. Fred wears an ascot. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta love his ascot. I can
Scooby
imagine.
Scooby would
Sorry.
be a pet owlbear.
Uh, well, you know, religion wasn't really put in Scooby Doo, so but he did have a strong moral compass, and he's kind of clueless at things too. So you know. Oh yeah, splitting the party. We did that during Ravenloft that time. It did not work, and I kept saying, "Don't split the party," and they fucking did it. Nobody died yet, but we hadn't gotten that far enough to die. So, but yeah, we were gonna die. We're totally gonna die.
Boy, Fury absolutely hates paladins.
We have I think we have a paladin. I don't know, man. I think that if you're a good player, you can do just about anything and make it, you know, appealing.
Make it work, yeah.
I mean, I didn't think I would like being a fighter because it's kind of boring on the surface, but I'm making it work, yo.
Well, see, that's my fighter class. You know, I mean, I preferred being a ranger over anything else.
Love. I, I don't think I was fighter class, but I love being a ranger. I do. My preference is distant attacks, whether it's a video
Yeah,
game, tabletop, whatever.
he and you know my mage, of course. But that's why I guess in Warcraft I played a lycanthrope hunter.
That's a good. That's a good thing. I've done that. I miss my panda though. She was so cute.
So good. Bow and arrow attacks from trees and such was my favorite when possible.
I've done that. I miss my rangers. I love my rangers. I think in that one we actually finished the game for once. I'm trying to remember them.
So
Anyone that travels the world and says lawful good can't be trusted. That's an interesting point. Chaotic good. That's what my character is. I couldn't think of which one it was. Rawls really does not like the chaotic shit. Like, or like he'll never let you be a chaotic neutral ever. But he let
really,
me be, yeah, because it's a lot of people use it to be an asshole. So, but he did let me be chaotic good, and he didn't even mention it, and I'm so happy. So yeah,
uh, he wouldn't like my mage.
you know what? You're an experienced player, and you're not using it to be an asshole. I'm sure he'd be fine with it.
No, yeah, it's just like I said. On occasion, he had no problem with dipping into the darker side of magic.
I think he'd be okay with that because you know what you're doing.
If it was something he knew that he felt needed to be done to save the party, he had
But
no
see, I
problem
would
dipping into it.
see that's how I'm playing it too, even though I haven't had to make the big moral choices. Um, yeah, that's how I'm playing it, but I still call myself chaotic good because it's for the good of the team and
Yeah.
I want to help
Now,
people.
I did have somebody describe something this morning that I sat there and said, "Okay, why
What?
why do women prefer the bad man to the good guy, to the hero
Okay, are you talking about in real life or games?
in real life?
There's a
Why do
lot of
women?"
reasons.
Uh, okay, because the hero will sacrifice you to save the city, but the
Okay, that's
bad
a
guy
game.
will sacrifice the city to save you.
Okay, I will say, yeah, that's a real quick answer and it's totally accurate, but there's a lot of reasons. Good guys are kind of flat, you know, they're just one dimensional, and a villain, you can redeem him. He could have that whole like redemption path. It's really interesting. You could have good conversations about morality.
You,
Also, you can change him. It'll be different for me, you know, which doesn't work in real life, but in a game, yeah, they're interesting. They get all the good quips. They get the complex stories. It's an interesting trope.
I just got a text from a doctor that I didn't see.
I heard it though. Is it bad news? Please don't tell me it's bad
No,
news.
it's had an appointment with orthopedics yesterday.
Okay. Did you miss it?
And no, I made it.
Okay.
I made it.
But they just notified
And
you now?
they but the thing is I saw a PA. I didn't see the orthopedics guy.
Yeah, you
Okay.
need to call them later.
But I got charged as if I'd seen the orthopedic surgeon.
But you did see him, so that's just a mistake.
No, I didn't. I saw a PA.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
saw
you need to fix that shit.
I saw a physician's assistant. I didn't see the doctor himself. But the billing went through as if I saw the doctor.
I get what you're saying now. I've had stuff like that happen.
I mean, that's typical with medical.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
That happens all the time. They schedule you an appointment with this surgeon, but you see his assistant instead. Especially on initial consults, which is what this was, an initial consult. And the PA said, "Well, we want to get a MRI of your neck and an MRI of your lower back." And then it was that, of course, "Oh, by the way, do you have claustrophobia?" "Yes, I do." I wrote that down on the paperwork, and I told the woman that checked me in, "Yes, I do have claustrophobia." Which is amazing. It's a fairly recent event.
Oh?
Well, yeah, because I used to work literally in areas that my shoulders barely fit in.
Ooh,
I'd have to pull my shoulders in to get my upper body into them to work. And a few times I had to have people grab a hold of my legs to pull me out because I couldn't get the leverage to get out of the places. Yeah. But so I had no problem. But now I've got a problem with it.
Yeah.
And I'm talking, heart rate hitting 160, 170 beats per minute here. And blood pressure going up to 200.
Damn.
So, yeah, I'm not talking about, I feel uncomfortable. I'm talking about body getting ready to explode inside of that tiny area. And then MRI scanners, even the open ones, are kind of tiny.
Yeah. I had to do an MRI after my car accident, and it was not fun because I'm also claustrophobic. Okay, this is pissing me off. What the hell? Okay, I sent you this morning. I said, "Oh, okay." I put the push notification, so I'll get notifications for Twitter on my phone. I'm not getting that. They're doing pop-ups on my screen. I'm not getting them through phone, and that's all I wanted were notifications through my phone. Because I don't sit in front of my computer all day, and if you're sending me a message on Twitter. Okay, new rule. If you need me to come in early for a stream, or you need to tell me something I need to know beforehand, you send it through Discord, and I will get it.
Okay.
Because I have Discord on my phone, and it makes a noise. That's, yeah. So even if I'm in my car, I can answer you. I know why you stopped doing the whole Discord thing. Just be invisible. Nobody will know you're on. Seriously. Imagine an objective.
I quit doing the Discord thing because I just never got into it. I mean, it was.
Well, for me, it was Skype. I still have Skype and I still use it. But everybody started gravitating toward Discord, and I don't really like it, but I use it because, like I have games and stuff that I play, and everybody uses Discord because some games like City of Heroes, you can't speak verbally. There's no voice chat in that. So
Well,
you
see,
know?
I mean, I'm really only on the computer during the hours the wife is at work.
Right.
And because once
That
she
makes
comes
sense.
home, I try to stay off of the computer,
That's her time.
because it's time for us to be together.
That is a good boundary to have.
So, that's why Tyre, I apologize, but I know you keep wanting me to come over to your Star Trek stream in the evenings, but that's time I try to spend with my wife. And sure, she's over here and she's working on her stuff that she needs to do for her classwork, for her job, but that's, we're still talking while she's doing it. She's cutting out the low figures that the kids have done and finishing up her class plans for the next week and whatever. But I mean, that's still, we're sitting here together, not totally ignoring each other. The only other, so I don't want to be setting up a computer in front of her and or going to another room, because I did that when we first got married, and I found that it was not conducive.
No.
I would be at one end of the house and she'd be at the other end of the house for hours at the time. And that ended up causing more problems than not.
Actually, I'm the reverse. When my husband showed his true colors and was an asshole, I became more addicted to the computer because it got me away from him. And I talk to
Well,
normal people. So,
right. Well, that's a different story.
oh yeah, totally. It's like, yeah, night and day.
That's if it's like that thing I told you about early when we first started the stream, or before it started the stream, that couple that was in the process of getting a divorce, and they ended up taking their child to the emergency room.
Yeah, that's fucking
And
awful.
they're in one of the rooms waiting for the doctor to come in, and she got mad at him that his girlfriend text messaged him and started beating the crap out of him, while the nurses saw it on the camera and called the police, and they
Don't,
arrested the
yeah.
woman right then and there. They just walked in, asked her to come out, and asked her, "Did you do this?" She said, "Yeah, because we're in the process of getting divorced, and his girlfriend sent him a text message, and I didn't like it, so I smacked the crap out of him."
Yeah, this isn't the 70s. You can't pull that shit and the cop lets you off now.
Well, especially since in most states, the spouse doesn't have to be the one filing the complaint.
Right.
It can be anybody who saw it can file the complaint.
So, in the 70s, it was different. In the 80s, where you'd hit your wife or you'd hit your husband, the cops come out. Did you do this? Yes, but. And they'd actually let you have a whole explanation about it. And they'd be like, well, I'm going to just consider this a warning. And, you can't hit this person and you need to curb your behavior because that's why this happens. And they go. Like, I thought I was in the 70s. That time I told the cop my husband showed up and threatened to shoot me and was reaching in his car for a gun and pulled out when I started calling 911. And then when I explained, his justification for it, they're like, "Oh, well, why he's doing this, don't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because he wants to fucking kill me." You know.
Really?
I wasn't doing this thing you just said was the problem when we were married, and he was beating me into a puddle on the ground in front of our kids. But yeah, I think he got in trouble for that because I had a wellness check the next day that I wasn't expecting. And the cops were, they were real nice about it too. And I told them what he said and they were horrified. So whole other thing, yeah. Paladin in other games is more racial trait, not behavior. That's weird.
Yeah, paladins usually are behavior, religious,
Yeah,
a member of some sort of a religious sect.
yeah. Honestly, I really wish you'd get Secret World Legends. It's free. I think you'd really like it between the Stephen King references and the what do you call it? Help me out, Lovecraftian stuff.
Right.
I think you get a real kick out of it.
That's the epic you said?
What's an epic? What?
That game.
It's an MMO. It's got magic in it. It's
Do you get through Stream Yards
no, you get it through Steam.
or Steam rather?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's free.
All right. Well, see, Epic also has free games.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you were talking about Epic, the fucking game company.
Yeah.
I'm a little out of it right now. But yeah, it's actually a joke. It's called the best single player MMO of all time because you have a lot of single player instances you go into.
Right.
And the tutorial is single player. But once you get out of that tutorial, I will run you around everywhere. Like I'll get you all the good shit.
That's. I tried playing a couple of these cell phone games, and they're great for they're great for the first 5 levels. Then all of a sudden, then you're thrown out into this new world, and there's 700 other players out there, and you're and so sees that you're new, and he's going to come over and attack your city now because he wants your resources.
Yeah, and I bet those games don't have the option to opt out of PvP either. I hate PvP so much.
And there's one of them. I played one of them for about 6 months. And I was getting up there, getting pretty good, getting some decent stuff and such. And this other guy, he just started up, and then he turned around and sunk about $4,000 into buying everything he could buy. And all of a sudden, he's like, "Boom! All right, now I'm going to come in. I'm going to raid everybody's cities and steal everybody's resources." He bought his levels.
Okay, I just want to interrupt our chat. We are all friends here. This is a safe space. Don't you laugh at me. This is a safe space, and we are not going to have arguments, even if they are hypothetical or about a game. Paladins are not representative of governments unless they're hired by the government, and that's their backstory. And we'll leave it at that, okay? Let's all not fight. There's different games that call people paladins, and there's different things. Let's just all relax and we'll play our games. That's the one thing I like about D&D. Everybody's game is different. We might define something differently. We can all have our own version of it. There's homebrew. I mean, that's what Ralph says. He'll make exceptions or give somebody a bonus that they shouldn't have or whatever, just to make it fun for the players. League of Shadow bullshit.
One of the arguments I had with my preacher.
Okay.
Back when I was first started playing D&D when I was 17 or 18 years old.
Oh no.
And that's back when D&D was getting the college kids were playing it in the sewers and people were actually getting hurt.
Dude, that TV movie.
And it was being called the Satan,
Satanic Panic.
Yeah, it was
Satanic
part of
Panic.
all that. And so I invited the preacher over. I said, "Come over and watch how we play." And he came over, and when it got done, he goes, "Well, you're playing good versus evil here." I said, "Yeah. I'm playing good. Our group is a bunch of good guys going in to destroy evil." And he said, "Well, what about this cleric, praying to his gods?" I said, "Okay, and don't we pray to God every day?" He's not saying he's praying what God he's praying to.
There you go.
Now if this player started mentioning a specific God, then I would have a problem with it. And he sat there and he thought about it and he goes, and then it dawned on him. So he goes, "So what you're saying is it all depends on who the players are."
Yep.
And the style of play that they do. And I said, that's it. That's it exactly. we're playing good versus now. Are there people out there that play evil versus good, where they're the bad guys and going in and overtaking villages?
Sure.
Yeah, but that's not us. That's not the way we play.
Oh my god, you just reminded me of something too.
What's that?
In one of the games we played where everybody abandoned it because they're all fucking assholes and they don't recognize a great game when they see it. Okay. It was either D&D or Pathfinder. It doesn't matter. We were playing that there's a 1,000-year-old dragon that sleeps, or he sleeps for 1,000 years, and then you have to give him a tribute when he wakes up and he goes back to sleep. Okay, so the city we were in, some guy just began claiming other people's tributes somehow. It was great. That was on our team. I found a talking skull, and it was really great for my magic. And it was talking to me through the whole thing, and it was just a blast. And Ralph is doing the voice and everything, and I just asked him the other day, I was like, so, because he was talking about how one of our party couldn't, in our current game, couldn't use a certain item because it was evil. It was a cleric, and they couldn't use a certain item because it was evil. But if they did choose to use it, it would start turning them evil and change their alignment eventually. And I said, well, wait a minute. When I had that skull that was talking to me, do you mean I was eventually going to be evil? He's like, oh, yeah, definitely. Fucking shit. Because he's so fucking chill, and I never knew. Oh, my God. Because it was giving me help with good things, so it never occurred,
Right.
I didn't know that was a possibility at the time either when I played it. It was like, okay, you know what? The skull itself might be evil, but it's helping me do good stuff, and I'm a good person, and it'll all be fine. I didn't know an item can change your alignment. If I had known then what I knew, like in the last year, I would never have done that shit.
There was an item in one game I played. It would change you, but then the only way you get rid of it was you had to sell it. Right?
Okay.
Somebody had to buy it from you, but they could not pay what you paid or more. They had to always pay less.
Okay.
All right. Well, you think about it though. You get, if you bought something for 1 gold piece, well, then, you could sell it for 3/4 of a gold piece.
Right. Or like
eventually you get down to where you're trying to sell it for, 1/10 of a copper coin.
Why don't you sell it for a blade of grass? Can you do that?
It had to be something monetary.
Form of money. Okay.
So, eventually you're getting down to the point where there is no way of selling it any cheaper.
Oh, and you're just fucking stuck with it.
Right. So,
I'm wondering if you can get around it by selling a broken copper piece, or it has to be a full coin of currency.
It had to be something of legal currency.
And you can't use a broken copper coin as currency.
It got interesting. And one of our players, when I introduced this item, it was already down to, it had to be sold for less than a gold piece.
That's not so bad.
And he looked at me and he goes, wait a second. This person is offering this item to us that.
That's him. He's so cute. He sounds so cute.
He's that way until
so mommy gets home?
No, until we open the door.
Oh, okay.
Then once the door is opened and he can see who's there, or how we react to him.
Oh, okay.
Then he's okay, and it looks like somebody dropping off packages at the gate.
That's what I figured. So what did you get me?
I have no idea. I have to go out to the gate and get them.
Do you have porch pirates?
Not really.
We did, even though it was an apartment building, but we don't have it now.
There are there people out there like I'm sitting here looking at 4.5 miles away. They somebody did do some porch pirating.
No.
Two
You
individuals seen in our backyard, and they took our brand new lawnmower and looking for other things to steal.
You know what? I can keep it going if you need to go get that package.
No, oh no, it's when they we got a box
Oh, that's right.
for
Okay.
for packages
Yeah,
that
it's locked.
they put it in, and then it drops down into a compartment down below.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And if you try to open it from the top, which you can, of course, you can't reach down it straight into the bottom.
Right.
But
You know what? You did tell me this, and it slipped my mind for a second. I'm sorry.
which is, I mean, it was kind of expensive for me to have built,
Worth it.
but I figured if it saved us getting anything stolen,
Worth
it was
it.
worth every penny. Got a sign on it on the front of it. Please open and deposit all packages inside. And then the people that deliver my medicine, that box isn't big enough to hold my medicine.
Oh no.
So they bring that right up and inside the gate and drop it off at my front door.
Oh, that's nice. At least you got that
So,
going.
you know, and since there's that 6-foot privacy fence,
Yeah.
the wife was telling
Oh.
me last night she just watched a report on the news that people are starting to use Google Earth to plot how they're breaking into people's house.
I would have guessed that years ago, but okay.
And well, see, now though, you can have your property blacked out though on Google Earth.
That's good.
So I didn't know you could do that. And so the wife wants me to check in doing it and blocking out our house off of
Definitely.
Google Earth.
Because you guys get a lot of Amazon. And that's not a judgment, it's just fact.
Well, the wife gets more than I do.
Okay.
But I mean, but we do have a lot of deliveries.
Yeah.
Because
Nothing wrong with that.
she has all of her bird seed delivered. Okay, and then I have all my medicines delivered, and I get medicine deliveries 3 times a month.
Yeah.
So, but as far as Amazon stuff, I mean, now, do I order stuff for the grandkid off of Amazon
Of
if
course you
I
do.
see? Yeah,
That's your
little
kid. I get stuff for my kid.
$10-15 things. Okay, so I won't buy a movie this month. I'll buy 2 things for my grandson. That's no problem. Or I'll hold off buying this book because I want to get this for my grandson. And speaking of which, let's see, today's the 23rd.
Yes,
In
sir.
5 days, my youngest grandson turns 1.
Oh my God.
So they're having a birthday party for him at his other grandparents' house.
Aw.
So he won't know the difference.
No, he won't know. He won't remember it either. Past, a month or 2, he won't remember it.
He won't remember it 10 minutes later.
No, it's fine.
And he's still one of these kids that he will only let his mother or father hold him.
Good.
Nobody else. He doesn't like anybody else holding him. He may let me or my wife hold him for 5 minutes, and then that's it. So long enough to get a couple of pictures, and then he wants his mother or his father back. And speaking of which, we're going on to 2 hours and 40 minutes here.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh my God. when did it go past 12? I didn't realize.
So I've got to go pick up prescriptions and do some
I
and
gotta.
pick up something for supper since the wife threw away our supper this morning.
Hey, it was either that or die. I mean,
Uh,
you don't want to go in there for food poisoning, do you?
See, normally, and I'll forgive her. Normally, I'm the one that goes in and puts everything in the refrigerator, makes the last run through the kitchen.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was feeling awful crappy last night. I'd already taken my NyQuil, and
It happens.
all I wanted was to go to bed.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
And while she did dishes and everything, she just forgot that food was left sitting on the counter.
Yeah, if you're not used to it.
And my but anyway, Silvar and Josh and everybody, I hope we've Digi, Fury, thank you all for coming out and listening to us hold conversations about anything and everything that pops up on a Friday.
It's been a lot of fun.
You know, I apologize for some of my lengthy disappearances, but y'all didn't want to hear me coughing and hacking, sneezing,
You
and
actually weren't really. Yeah.
trying to get. Well, I was gone for about 20 minutes there one time, but
Conversation kept going, babe. It's
yep.
fine.
So I appreciate that. Any last words there before we head out the door, Ramen?
Yes. Let's not get caught up in definition. A paladin can be anything you want it to be with the right game manager. It's fine. The DM is your friend.
Yes. Regardless of what we all think or what the supposed rules say, when you're playing these games, you're playing to have fun, and your DM can change any rule he wants to change so that to fit your guys in your group.
Also, Silvar, you have my Discord. If you want my Skype, you can send me a message and get my Skype. I run Discord 24 hours a day though. So you and anybody else, y'all want to hang out, watch a movie, play a game, whatever, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. My only boundary is no Sundays. So put your money where your mouth is and stop talking smack and hit me up. There we go. Sorry.
Josh, I'm on the tail end of a chest cold that the wife gave me.
Oh my God. Her kids gave it her kids. Her students gave it to you.
No, because I don't see her. I don't see her kids. Her kids gave it to her. She suffered through the weekend with it. Then she turned around and gave it to me, and I been suffering since Tuesday night with it. And I'm on the tail end of it here. I no longer feel like I got a 500-pound gorilla sitting on my chest. I'm down to maybe a 40-pound dog sitting on my chest. So I'm feeling better.
Hey, do you have a recliner?
No, I don't. Well, yeah, I do. It's called my bed.
Oh, is it adjustable?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I used to sleep in the recliner when my chest would hurt when I was sick. Plus, I got like the greatest rack in the universe, so I can't lay down when I'm sick because it'll kill me. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely slept with my that reclined with my bed in the elevated position for the past couple of nights.
It's just a good way to sleep sometimes.
Keep that stuff from when you wake up in the morning and you set up and all that crap starts. Oh God, that's a nasty feeling. But anyway,
I miss my recliner now.
Ladies and gents, thanks for coming out and joining us. As soon as this thing processes, I will get it over onto Rumble. The Rumble stream actually catches a lot of people listening to it over on Rumble.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. But
that goes for y'all on Rumble too. Catch me on Discord. I'll hang with you.
I'm also getting all your stuff is fantastic, but why don't you give me a call and we'll set you up and where we give you some more listeners and
I
get
get
you
that.
start earning some money.
I'm not monetized, motherfucker. I don't care about viewers. I'm doing this for me and my buddies.
Would I like to have enough viewers and be monetized where I get a $8,000 or $9,000 check every month? That way, I bank half of it for taxes and the other half I can actually spend.
Oh my God. Yeah, but then you gotta cater to the public then. You kind of gotta
Wait a minute, Raman, as long as you and I have been streaming together now, do you think I would cater to anybody?
No, but if you want to keep getting that $8,000-9,000 a month, you kind of have to. Like, you got to talk about hot topics. And
either they come to listen, we talk the hot topics Monday through Thursday. And the occasional Friday afternoons, or if I start a second stream, which I may end up doing anyway this weekend, because I got some stuff I want to say about the DNC
I have been watching those, except for when I lost my internet. I have been watching your series. They've been a lot of fun to listen to.
Did you see? I blamed blame my cold on the DNC listening to their conventions.
I haven't seen your stream for the last 3 days.
You didn't see that? I sent it out on X. I sent it out on a tweet.
Yeah, I've been like, it's been hard. I just got my internet back yesterday, so it's been kind of hard.
Let's see.
Okay, wait. I just want to hit Joshua before this is over. I'm special enough to end the show, but not enough to keep it going. Motherfucker, we run for 2 hours and 45 minutes. You're not special enough to show up on time. Okay, I'm done. Love you anyway, Joshua.
Anyway, there's one I can't say I wouldn't be streaming yesterday. It was that listening to all the crap coming from the DNC was lowering my constitution from a 17 to a 3.
It's also lowering your will to live, because they're gonna fucking steal this election again.
So
I mean, it was pretty obvious last time it wasn't legit, but I think they're gonna do it again. I might have to move to France because I don't speak French and I have no health care and I can't afford to live here. It's too fucking ridiculous. Oh wait, I don't want to move to France. They're getting invaded too. Shit.
All right, since you haven't been on, okay, here you go.
My mother used to do that shit. She'd be talking to somebody and get distracted. Oh.
Grandmother feeding granddaughter. 32 years later. Granddaughter feeding grandmother.
That's beautiful. That's love right there.
I mean, now that's enough to touch anybody's heart. That's enough to touch anybody's heart.
My mother one night had her friend and their grandkid over and chopped up my food to feed to the kid. He had dinner. It was 10 o'clock. I didn't have dinner. And that was the one night in 3 months we were going to have steak. And she was going to give just a big container of steak to that kid. I was so fucking mad. The kid's grandmother had to say, absolutely not, you feed your daughter. She had to put the boundary up. I would have gone to bed hungry or eating a bread sandwich or something, mayonnaise sandwich. I was so mad. I never looked at my mom the same way again.
I love Steve Inman.
Yes, I love him.
Now doing the Stifler. You know, I'd like to think that there's still good people in this world, like this man who is actually walking in, who's about to rob the place because he's in need. He's very hungry. And major props to the Good Samaritan for distributing generous amounts of lettuce filling nuggets straight to the friggin' body. He is stiffened up. He is starched. He is now doing the Stifler on the ground. Now possibly throwing involuntary gang signs from there as well. A quick checkup on this douchebag to see if he's alive, if he's deleted. It's amazing to see these criminals turn their lives around instantly, going from criminals to holy men. And I just got to say, what a miracle we are witnessing here today. Congratulations, sir.
Oh my God, that was insane. I love him.
I love
honey, don't
him.
laugh. I do, but
Well,
that
Well,
was
the
a
same
whole
old
new
story
level.
every single
There's another
time.
one.
The overly aggressive dude getting out of the vehicle, trying to act macho, when we all know that he's far from macho as he tries to smack the phone out of the old man's hand, but ends up tasting that hand and taking an involuntary bow for his efforts. Starch to now involuntarily doing the stifler. What an idiot. And now his girlfriend, person, place, or thing comes to his rescue. Take a quick look at the replay. Look,
What I
whatever the
love is
case
how
is,
stiff
man,
that
you get out of the
man's
vehicle, you
legs
start
suddenly
acting aggressive, you don't know who the hell that guy is. This guy's probably been in combat several times, and booyah, you're just a freaking twig in the wind. And as the
Look
fire
at
truck
how
passes
stiff
by with
he
0
is.
F's
Even his
given,
legs
Corvette
aren't
Fred
falling
looks
to the
down and goes, look
ground.
what you made me do. Why you gotta make me act like
He's
this?
like a
Next time you
statue
try
on
to
the
break
ground
Corvette
there.
Fred's
Yeah.
phone, you'll end up broken on the ground as well. Well, it's the same old.
You know what?
If
That
you-
we need to see more of that on the internet. Maybe people would start to stop being stupid.
Steve Inman, I mean, I subbed to him strictly because I love his commentary on these
Same.
things.
Same. And I'd say you don't like goats. That man is the goat. I gotta say, he's the exception. He is the greatest of all time.
For what he does, yes, he is. All right, guys, we are out of here. Y'all have a good day. Enjoy your weekend. Don't be the guy. One thing though, please don't be the guy Steven makes a video about
Unless you're the winner.
unless you're the winner. Exactly. All right. Y'all have a good day now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.